Freeland, let's hope it happens that way.
We're ready for baseball. Our first pitch brought to us by Century Casino in Central City, voted Denver's best casino for 7 straight years. Nick Senzel, right-handed hitting center fielder, will lead it off for Cincinnati. Freeland waits for him to dig in. Now Kyle kicks and fires, and the fastball's outside, ball 1. A 3-hour and 8-minute delay tonight. Pitch swung on and fouled out of play. Senzel at .259 in his first year in the big leagues. 8 homers, 27 RBIs. Next pitch missed with an off speed outside. 2-1. Pitch is in there for a strike. Kyle catching the outside edge. Outfield shaded a little bit towards right. Infield straight up. 2-2. Bounced slowly towards third. Arenado barehand pickup. Throw and safe at first base. Nolan made a heck of a play, but maybe for the first time in the series, the Reds get there ahead of the ball.
Rockies will take a look at this to see if they might want to review it. They're not going to do that. It was the probably only guy in the lineup that you're not going to throw out on that play if you're Nolan Arenado. Tough break for Kyle Freeland. That was a great pitch.
So leadoff man aboard. And now the left-handed hitting Joey Votto. Votto held hitless last night. That's a rarity of late for this guy. Pitch is a swing and a foul off the fastball to the screen. 0-1. 74 degrees at first pitch. I guarantee you it was about 20 degrees warmer if we had started on time. We did start at 9:18 Mountain Time. If it's time to have your AC inspected, contact the Rempro Partner MVPs for all your heating and AC needs. Senzel, their second best base stealer, with 8 steals in 11 tries. Freeland keeping an eye on him. 0-1 to Votto is in there for a called strike 2 with a high fastball. Votto didn't like the call of James Hoy, but it looked like it was in the strike zone box. Story shaded up the middle, but the Rockies shortstop still to the left of second. Snap throw and nearly got by Murphy. Good grab by Daniel on the quick throw to first by Freeland. Kyle sets again. The 0-2 runner goes, and it's fouled out of play down the left side. Senzel will go back to first. I'm sure we could get the information, but just off the top of my head, this is the longest rain delay of the season, maybe in a little while. Still 2 strikes on Votto. Senzel not going. The pitch is hit up the middle. McMahon flips it to Story to second, on to first. Double play. McMahon and Story both started to go for the ball initially. Trevor shifted directions, got the ball, and got 2 for 1.
That was a great play. Two very athletic players is what this is going to take. McMahon shovels the ball from his glove. No exchange, the bare hand, which made all the difference. Otherwise, he doesn't make that play. What a terrific double play turned by the Rockies for Kyle Freeland.
2 outs, base is clear now for Eugenio Suarez. Suarez with his 21st homer of the year last night. At the time, it gave the Reds a 2-1 lead. He takes ball 1. And outside again with a fastball, 2-0. Suarez at 248 overall, has 55 RBIs to go with the 21 homers. 2-0 to the right-handed batter. Swing and a miss. Cal got 94 on that fastball. Rockies have 3 to the left side of the infield, and Freeland steps off the rubber. The Reds broadcaster is saying, does your infield play defense like that all the time? And I said, pretty often. Pitch, swing and a miss. Came back with a good slider, a pitch that was very intermittent, if we will, for Kyle in his tough stretch. From 2-0 to 2-2, the pitch just inside with a fastball, like the location, missed just a tad in, full count. Freeland into his motion. The 3-2 is swung out and missed. Welcome home, Kyle Freeland. He takes care of.
What's up, Colorado? Chuck Nasty here. This season, I'm teaming up with Pepsi to make this our biggest summer ever. So make sure to grab an ice-cold Pepsi Zero Sugar. You'll get all the cola flavor you love with zero the sugar. And a chance to win cool stuff.
No score, bottom of the first inning after a 3-hour, 8-minute rain delay at the start. And Tanner Roark will work against Charlie Blackmon here in the bottom of the first. Roark under 500 at 5-6, but with a good 3.51 ERA. And he delivers a first pitch strike to Charlie, who last night, for the first time in a game here at Coors Field this year, he didn't get on base. Fastball misses away, 1-1. Charlie had reached in 32 games in a row before going 0 for 4 last night. Swings at a fastball, fouls it, 1-2. Actually, that might have been a cutter or a hard slider. Either way, Blackmon fouled it. One, two, high, 2-2. This first inning driven by Big Mike Naughton Ford in Aurora on Havana. Visit MikeNaughtonFord.com. 2-2. Charlie breaks his bat, but he's got a base hit to left field. Hit it right off the end of the bat and split the barrel right down the middle.
Charlie do that a few times. That means usually it's a pretty good pitch. But Charlie breaking that bat, going the other way. A little bit of a late swing helped him because the shift was on.
Well, the Rockies get the leadoff man on. The Reds did, and the Rockies turned a double play. Rockies Media Relations Department telling us the 9:18 Mountain Daylight Time start tonight is the latest start for a game at Coors Field since 2016, when the Rockies and the Blue Jays started at 9:21. Trevor Story takes ball one. Trevor hitless last night. Sonny Gray was really good. Rockies able to score in the eighth off the bullpen to get the win. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Might have been foul tipped into the glove of Casale. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trevor at 288. 19 homers, 50 RBIs. Throw to first. Blackman back rather easily. Show you how long the rain delay was. There are 2 other games going on, and they're in California, and they're in the 8th and 7th innings, respectively. 1-1. Trevor hits it to left, but Phillip Ervin's going to have room. Drifting, and makes the catch on the track. Blackman looking to tag and advance, and he does. That ball ended up carrying more than it looked like it would off the bat.
I'm with you, too. And there is very little wind. I mean, the flags are moving just ever slightly, maybe that direction. But, yeah, I'm with you. I didn't think that ball would carry near as far as it did.
Let's pause for station identification on the KOA Rockies Radio Network. David Dahl, the hitter, and a breaking ball's way outside to the lefty. David with home run number 13 last night in the 8th inning to tie the game. Hitting .309 on the year. Pitch in the dirt. 2-0. First time that Roark has faced David Dahl. And really, to be honest, not huge numbers with Roark pitching for the Nationals, so the Rockies would see him once, maybe twice in a season. Pitch low, 3-0. Just under 3 walks per 9 innings for Roark. 30 free passes in 92 and a third innings. 3-0. David swinging and hits it into right field for a base hit. Blackman being sent home, and Puig's throw goes to first like it slipped out of his hand. And alertly, Dahl goes to second. RBI single, 1-0 Rockies.
I think that ball either slipped out of Puig's hands, which is probably the case with a wet field like that. I think also he was going to come up, throw home, and may have seen Charlie Blackman already in a spot where he wasn't going to throw him out, and then he tried to hold up a little bit. I think it might have just slipped out of his hand watching the replay. Rockies catch that break, get a man in scoring position as a result.
RBI number 54 for David Dahl. They're going to charge Puig with an error. There's Nolan. And he'll look at ball 1 outside. So the Rockies strike first. Nolan, a base hit last night in 4 at-bats. Drives this to left. Stay fair ball. Gone. Down the tunnel inside the foul pole. Touch 'em all time for Nolan Arenado. His 21st. 3-0 Rockies.
They've been struggling a little bit before the All-Star break in that series against Arizona. He was very quiet, had a base hit in his third at bat last night. That's his best swing in a couple of weeks right there.
Fastball on the inner half, and it stayed fair. And the Rockies liking this first inning. Here's Daniel Murphy. He homered with the game-winning shot last night in the 8th inning. Swings at a high pitch and fouls it. With that home run, the Berg Simpson Law Firm makes another generous contribution to Craig Hospital. Berg Simpson, good lawyers, changing lives. Murphy swings, drives it to right. Puig going back. It gets off the top of the wall. Big carom. Murphy will hold at second as Senzel came and got the ball. That ball for a moment almost got out, and I'm wondering if the Rockies will look at that. It hit at the very top of the out-of-town scoreboard.
He had 4 great swings last night. Hit the ball hard all 4 times last night. Right back at it tonight, Daniel Murphy. Good to see him coming around, especially at Coors Field. He almost had his second Coors Field homer. It's just a couple of feet below the top of that fence.
Daniel will settle for his 17th double. And Raimel Tapia will try and keep it going. Raimel 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter last night. Breaking ball, he pulled it foul. Left-handed batter is hitting .263, 6 homers, 27 RBIs. Roark checks Murphy. The pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Didn't miss by much, but didn't get the call from James Hoy. Pitch swung on and fouled to the left. Well, in 4 appearances, 3 previous starts against the Rockies, Roark has not allowed more than 4 runs in any one of those games. He's given up 3 already here in the bottom of the first. One-two pitch. Cued fair inside the third base bag. It'll score Murphy. Tapia digging for 2, and he is out at second base. Good play by Phillip Ervin. He got to that ball, threw a strike to the second baseman, Peraza.
He's a very good athlete. Ran that ball down, got there very, very quickly, and had a perfect throw. 1 hopper to second, which is what it was going to take to get Tapia.
But it is an RBI single, 29th RBI for Raimel on the year, 28th RBI on the year for Raimel, and 8-4 on the out at second base. Now Ryan McMahon fouls the first pitch. Air quality forecast courtesy of EnviroTest. Ozone action alert in effect until 4 p.m. tomorrow. Learn more at colorado.gov/air quality. Pitch low. 1 ball, 1 strike on McMahon. Hitless last night, hitting .252 on the year. Pitch outside, 2-1. The Rockies have given Kyle Freeland 4 runs of support here in the first. On 5 hits. Pitch sliced into left field, make it 6 hits. Ryan McMahon gets a base hit. And it'll bring the 8th batter of the inning to the plate.
Everybody hitting the ball in different spots. Rockies left-handers going the other way, starting with that Broken bat single by Charlie Blackmon. Arenado pulls a ball. Murphy pulls the ball. Good job using the whole field.
6 hits, and with every hit this season, Colorado-based Crestone Peak Resources donates $10 to the World Food Bank. Visit CrestonePeakResources.com to see more about their commitment to the Colorado communities they serve as they safely and responsibly develop oil and gas. Chris Iannetta takes a strike from Tanner Roark. Chris, 252 on the year, hit homer number 6 in Arizona in the series before the break. 21 runs batted in. Way outside. Good scoop on that one by Casale. 1 ball, 1 strike. Second baseman Peraza almost behind second base, just to the right of it. 1-1 pitch is high, 2-1. You know, for Roark, the veteran right-hander, a difficult beginning, trying to get out of this first with no more damage. Two-one pitch. Chris hits it foul down the third base side past Coach Stu Cole. You think it's easy to be a big league pitcher? Tanner Roark's 32 years old and got flecks of gray in his beard. 2-2. Foul to the right.
A night of delays for Kyle Freeland. A long delay before he starts the night. Now a delay while his team is scoring a bunch of runs. I'm sure he's happy with this delay.
He'd like to bat.
Yeah.
He's sitting in the on-deck circle or standing in the on-deck circle.
Love to swing the bat here.
Another 2-2 from Roark. And it's a ground ball towards short. They'll flip to second, get the force on McMahon. It ends the inning. But the Rockies score 4-0. 4-0 Rockies. Second inning. Here's Jerry Schemmel.
All right, Jack, thank you. 1-2-3 inning in the first for Kyle Freeland. So here's a cleanup man. He's Yasiel Puig. In that first inning, it was an infield single, and then a double play, and then a strikeout. It's a very good start for Kyle Freeland, looking to keep it going in this second inning. So it's Puig, Phillip Ervin, and then Jose Iglesias. Last night in Game 1, Yasiel Puig was that cleanup man there, went 0 for 3. Rounded out 3 times. And as he's introduced, a smattering of boos from the crowd. Kyle Freeland ready. Here's the first pitch in this second inning. And it's right there for strike 1 to Puig. He's having a good year, 253, 20 homers, and 51 RBIs. Very good first half for Puig. Playing in more of a hitter's ballpark in Cincinnati than in Los Angeles. And the next pitch is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. 6 years with the Dodgers before the trade. Fixture in right field for the Dodgers most of the time. Wasn't an everyday player every year, but he is that way with the Reds these days. Freeland rocks and he fires. Here's the 1-1. And that's tapped toward third. That's going to be a tough play, and that's going to be an infield single for Puig. Well, 2 of those now. Senzel hit the same thing down that third base line. No play this time for either Freeland or Arenado. Another good pitch by Kyle results in an infield single. And we get up to the plate, Phillip Ervin, the left fielder. Second inning is brought to you by Good Feet, America's arch support experts. Ervin with 50 at-bats this year. He's 14 for 50. That's a .280 batting average. 1 homer and 6 RBIs. He's a right-handed hitter. Looks like he likes to crowd the plate, and the pitch is a fastball that's high, and it's ball 1. Tonight's game presented by Safeway. Safeway, it's just better. Freeland gets a new baseball from the home plate umpire. So Puig will take his lead away from first base. Murphy, the first baseman, holds him there. From the stretch now is Kyle Freeland. And the pitch on the way, and that's high and tight. 2 balls and no strikes. Watch the Rockies take on the Giants starting on Monday with a doubleheader. And it's Coca-Cola value packs on Monday and Tuesday. Value packs start at $59, include 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 Cokes, and parking. Visit Rockies.com for more information. Here's a 2-0 pitch, and that's inside. 3-0 on the hitter. Had trouble with walks the first time around this year. 3-0 on this hitter. Didn't walk anybody in the first. I imagine that Irvin will take this pitch. We'll see. It's on the way, and it is taken for a strike. Rockies with 4 runs on 6 hits back in that first inning. 4-0 lead for the Rockies, top of the second. 3-1 pitch. And that's tap foul up the third base side, and that's now a count of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Reds have lost 3 consecutive games. They lose the last 2 before the break. The Rockies had lost 6 up until last night when they got that win. Reds currently 5.5 games back in a very tight National League Central race right now. You're at 41 and 47. Not a bad record for teams 67 and 95 last year. 3-2 pitch is lifted into shallow right. That's going to be dropping for a base hit. Throw to first base is not in time. Well, right between Murphy and McMahon, little floater on the edge of the grass, and everybody is safe. Another good pitch by Kyle Freeland, another single.
Reds have 3 hits, and none of them have gotten out of the infield.
Well, runners at first and second and nobody out, and here is Jose Iglesias, the shortstop. Murphy will play way off the line now with this right-handed hitter up there. And the center field doll is shaded over toward right. Freeland looks towards second. Here's the pitch, and it's a little bit high, and it's ball 1. Count trying to work out of a little jam now. Got the number 6 hitter up there, the shortstop. Second baseman Peraza is on deck. Freeland, middle of pitching rubber, glances towards second at Puig, and here's the pitch. And that's a strike. 1-1 strike. Rockies Radio Network powered by PDC Energy, a Colorado oil and natural gas company with Colorado values. Chris Sionetta behind the plate tonight giving signs for Freeland. And a look to second a second time. Here comes a pitch. And a ground ball back to Freeland. He's going to go to third for 1. On to first base. It is safe at first base. He pulled Murphy off the bag. Easily get that great throw from Arenado that time. Just pulled Murphy off of first base. So the runner at first is safe. Another runner at second. 1 out in the inning on the force at third.
Kyle had to wait for Nolan to get there, and Nolan's he was a little bit off balance and got underneath the throw, and it sailed a little bit on him, and Iglesias able to duck under the tag try.
Here's Peraza, the second baseman, hitting .222, has 5 home runs, driven in 20 this year. Another right-handed hitter facing Kyle Freeland. Another good pitch by Kyle there. Next pitch here is fouled away. 1 to count on Peraza. He is from Venezuela, is Peraza. At one point, he was a high prospect. He was a number 1 prospect for a couple of years with the Atlanta Braves. Bounced around a little bit. Really hasn't, I don't think, lived up with the billing offensively. Not a dangerous hitter. Freeland looks towards second again. Here's his next pitch, and that one is popped up foul out of play. That time he got jammed. And the count is 0-2.
Kyle has really gotten in on the hands of these right-handed batters so far tonight.
First and second, one away. The count is 0-2 on the hitter. And a double play ball back in the first. Looking for another is Freeland and the Rockies here in the second inning. Freeland set, got the sign he likes. And his pitch. And that one's inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We got Urban at second. Iglesias at first base. Count of 1-2 on the hitter. Kyle Freeland, 6'3", 210, 26 years of age now. The Denver native, University of Evansville. The next pitch. And that's looped into right. That's going to drop in front of Charlie Blackmon for a base hit. It is going to score a run. Charlie will fire into second base. All got away, but backed up Arenado. That wasn't hit hard at all. Just blooped it out into right, but the Reds are on the board. It's 4-1 Rockies.
Yeah, they haven't hit a ball hard yet tonight, but Peraza scores Irvin and got Iglesias to third because it was hit so softly.
Now we got runners at the corners, and here's the number 8 hitter, Kurt Casale, the catcher.
Well, if you're Kyle, you tell yourself you're making good pitches. You just have to keep going with that approach.
Casale with a couple of hits in last night's ball game. Stopped an 0 for 14 skid with the first last night. Here's a pitch, and that's right there for a strike at the knees. You got Peraza at first. You got Iglesias at third base. It's 3 hits in the inning now, 4 for the game. All are singles and not hit hard, any of them, by the Reds. Here's the pitch. And that one's hit to right. Charlie Blackmon coming on, makes the catch. He'll fire home on the tag, and he is at the plate. Safe without a slide. Iglesias didn't slide, almost got caught, but it's an RBI. It's a sacrifice fly for Casale. It is 4-2 Rockies.
That was the best ball hit all night by the Reds anyway.
They got a runner at first. You got the pitcher up there now, Tanner Roark. He is 4 for 26. Does have a home run and a couple of RBIs this year. And the pitch is outside in ball 1. Swings the bat right-handed like he throws. Outfield is shortened up, and they're shaded over toward the right for Roark. Here's a pitch to him, and he swings and misses at a pitch out of the strike zone. Looking for a unique venue for your next private event? Coors Field has private event spaces, including the rooftop, Wells Fargo Club level, Toyota Land Cruiser Club, and more. Visit Rockies.com/events for more information. Short lead for Peraza at first base. Freeland's pitch to his counterpart is low and in. 2 balls and a strike. Cincinnati Reds come in 14th out of 15 teams in runs scored in the National League. Only Miami has fewer. And they do play in that hitter's ballpark. The pitching has been the pleasant surprise. Second best ERA in the National League behind the Dodgers. 2-1 pitch to Roark is hit down the right field line. Charlie Blackmon giving chase, but it's going to slice into the crowd. That'll be a foul ball. Gets the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Freeland definitely pitching Roark away. And the runner, Peraza, will go back to first base. For the Reds, game 2 of a 6-game road trip. 3 here, 3 in Chicago after this against the Cubs. Rockies will stay home and play 4 against San Francisco. 2-2. Looking for another strikeout is Freeland. Got 1 back in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul back to the screen. That one on a slider, and a good job by Roark to make contact, keep his at-bat going. Roark threw 30 pitches back in that first inning. Freeland now has 38. Another 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. And they hit the ball hard, but they scored a couple of times. Did the Reds in the top of the second inning. Middle. Doug Niemeyer running master control in this late night tonight. Jesse Thomas, our producer-engineer, in the booth here at Coors Field. Jerry Schimmel with Jack Corrigan as Kyle Freeland comes to bat. In the bottom of the second inning, Roark with a pitch to the left-handed hitter in there for strike one. Kyle's 1 for 12 this year at the plate. Swings a bat left-handed like he throws. Roark is ready with the next offering, and that's swung on and missed by Kyle. He was late with that swing on that fastball, that two-seamer that hit 89. 0-2 on Freeland. Charlie Blackmon is on deck. And the pitch is in the dirt. Charlie in that on-deck circle. On-deck circle brought to you by Moisture Shield Decking. Now with cool deck technology available at the Deck Superstore. Just web search the words Deck Superstore. Ball and 2 strikes on Freeland. Next pitch to Kyle is hit foul down that left side. Tonight's game presented by Safeway. Safeway, grab a bucket of fried chicken from their deli. Safeway, it's just better. Tanner Roark, 6'2", 240. He's 32 years of age from Wilmington, Illinois. Pitch to Freeland is lifted in the left. That's going to be a base hit. Leaping attempt made by Iglesias, couldn't get it, and Kyle Freeland comes back to Denver and in his first at bat singles the opposite direction.
We've always wondered, based on his athleticism, why Kyle isn't a better hitter. This was a very nice swing going the other way.
It's Charlie Blackmon up there with nobody out. That is the 7th hit for the Rockies, and we're nobody out in this second inning. Charlie with the broken bat single his first time up to left field. Reds with Votto at first will not hold Freeland on the bag with a left-handed hitter up there. Roark right back to the stretch. Pitch to Blackmon, and it's in the dirt in ball 1. Rockies back to 500. Stopped a 6-game losing streak to get back to 500 last night with that win. At home now at 25-19. They'll play the Reds again in Cincinnati at the end of the next road trip. Here's a 1-0 to Blackmon. Charlie swings and foul tips that one, held on by the catcher. 1 ball and 1 strike. Still third place in the division of the Rockies. Came back of Arizona for second. And currently game and a half back in the wild card starting play in the National League today.
And the Diamondbacks lost tonight in St. Louis 4-2.
Charlie hits this one up the middle. That could be 2 to the second baseman. Peraza. Iglesias back to first. It's a double play. The pitch by Roark. He jammed Charlie Blackmon. That's a double play turned by the Reds. Rockies have one of those already. Get Trevor Story up there. Kyle Freeland will jog back and get in the dugout, get ready to pitch again. Story made the first out back in the first inning on a fly ball to left that carried out to the warning track. Irvin just kept drifting back and finally caught that ball. We see very little wind, at least affecting the flags here in downtown Denver, but that ball did carry. I'll work back to a windup, and the pitch is a ground ball pulled foul, an off-speed pitch, strike 1. Story 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts in last night's game. We have a couple of homers in that series in Arizona in games 2 and 3 before the All-Star break. Roark's 0-1 is high and tight, and they count 1 ball and 1 strike. With the win last night, Rockies now are 8-6 against the National League Central. Next pitch to Story is again the same spot, high and tight. Gets the count to 2 balls and a strike. And with that come from behind victory last night, 25 of those now for the Rockies. They have more come from behind wins than wins in general. They have 20 otherwise. That pitch missed. 3-1 on Story. David Dahl waiting on deck. Trevor trying to keep this inning going. 4-2 Rockies in the bottom of the second. The pitch is hit down the left field line, but he pulled it foul. Bounces off the sidewall, and Irvin, the left fielder, will grab it on the warning track. And we'll try this again. Trevor hit it well. It was an off-speed pitch out ahead just a little bit with the swing. Second baseman Peraza shaded up the middle. And a 3-2 pitch to Story. And strike three call. Boy, Trevor did not like the call. And looking at the strike zone box. Top of the third inning here at Coors Field after rain delay of 3 hours and 8 minutes. Rockies and Reds are in the top of the third with a 4-2 Rockies lead. Top of the order here for Cincinnati. Nick Senzel will lead off. He had an infield single back in the first that didn't hurt Kyle Freeland. He's Kyle got a ground ball double play with the next hitter. Votto on deck, and then Suarez after that. Here's a pitch, and a swing and a miss, and a little late with that swing was Senzel. University of Tennessee, Senzel, and a number one pick a couple of years ago, 2016. A closed stance. Don't see too many of those anymore. Here's the pitch to him. And he hits this well to left field. Going back is Toppy on the run. Reaches up. It's off his glove, then off the wall. That'll be extra bases for Senzel. He is going to try for three, and the throw gets by the cutoff man, and he's there. Tapia, I think, got leather on that ball, could not haul it in. That's going to be a leadoff triple for Senzel.
I think Rymel off the bat thought he had this one all the way, and we saw the ball carrying earlier, and actually Rymel closed his glove. The ball hit the outside of his glove.
Had a chance to catch that. Would have been a spectacular play. Here's now Joey Votto with nobody out, runner at third, and the pitch to him is in there for a strike. Votto hitting that double play, went 4.63 his first time up. Rockies infield is back, other than Arenado at third, and Nolan's way off the line, so Senzel will get a good lead down the line. He's playing on the edge of the grass. Here's the pitch, and that one's a one-hopper past the shortstop into left center field for a base hit. Joey Votto with an RBI single. Reds come right back with a run. It's 4-3 Colorado.
Now, last inning it was dinks and dunks. This inning, a ball that could have been caught and instead wasn't, and leads to another run.
Now here's Eugenio Suarez, who struck out his first time up. One of two strikeouts that Kyle Freeland has. The other is a Roark. Nobody out with a runner at first. 6 hits now for the Reds, 7 for the Rockies. Here's a pitch. Foul back to the screen with a high fastball. Third inning is fueled by High Brew Coffee, who's proud to partner with Trevor Story to give you a chance to play mini golf with your favorite major leaguer. Visit any King Soopers and find the High Brew display to get your code to enter to win. Freeland from the stretch. 0-1 is the count on Suarez. Here comes a pitch. And it's a bit low. It's a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Suarez from Venezuela. Former shortstop, making a very good conversion to third base defensively, and he has come on as a terrific hitter. All-star a year ago, and all-star type numbers again this year. Pitch is tap foul. And the count is 1-2. A year ago, Suarez 283 with 34 home runs, drove in 104. And 55 RBIs, so on that pace this year as well. Very upright stance for Suarez, a right-handed hitter. Here's Freeland's pitch, and that's inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Kyle Freeland has allowed 16 homers this year, 17 all of last year. That contributed to the high ERA, especially at home this year. Senzel almost had a home run, ended up with a triple, and he has scored in the inning. Two count. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Boy, good pitch. Well, change up that had good action on it late. And there's a big first out for Kyle Freeland.
That's 3 strikeouts for Kyle. That means 3 $50 donations have been made by Newmont Mining to Project Cure.
Yasiel Puig with the single his first time up. He was back in the second inning to lead things off. Runner at first base and one away. Now Murphy will hold the runner at first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch again. Came back with a two-seam fastball. Had some good movement to it. Puig to Cuban. That, like we talked about when he came up the first time, a good season for Cincinnati. He got hot in early June for about 2 or 3 weeks and kind of almost carried this club offensively. One strike on the Cuban, a right-handed hitter. Freeland from the stretch. Here comes a pitch. And that one's hit to right field. Charlie Blackmon moving back. Charlie on the warning track. Charlie at the fence. Leaps and he makes the catch. Back to first base will go Votto. Heck of a play by Charlie Blackmon against the wall. High enough where he can get back there, find the wall, make the jump, and make the play.
Yeah, that was the key, the height of the ball. When you can set your feet and then make the jump, much better opportunity than trying to do it on the run. Good play by Charlie.
So out number 2, Phillip Ervin is the hitter. Infield single for him back in that second inning. And the pitch by Freeland is a fastball high and tight in ball 1. Tonight's game presented by Safeway. Safeway, it's just better. Freeland looked toward first at the runner, then the pitch, and that's inside as well. 2-0 on Phillip Ervin. Samford University in Alabama is the alma mater for Phillip Ervin, another high draft pick, a former number 1 pick. Anders count for Phillip Ervin, that left fielder. Votto is short lead still at first. Here's the pitch, and that's low. It's 3-0 on the hitter. And Iglesias, the shortstop, another right-handed hitter on deck.
He went 3-0 on Ervin first time up, and then Ervin got that little flare that dropped at the back end of the infield dirt.
3-0 pitch here is in there. It's a strike for the strike zone. Maybe a generous call given to Kyle Freeland there. 3 balls and 1 strike. 4-3 Rockies, top of the third. Three-one pitch. That's strike 2 right there on the outside edge. Good pitch by Kyle Freeland. The count is full. We get Joey Votto taken off for second base. Murphy will back up and play behind the runner. Crowd trying to help out their hometown boy get this last out. Freeland is ready from the stretch. 3-2 pitch. And hit to the gap in left center field. That's going to be trouble. That's going to score Joey Votto. On his way to second is Ervin. Ball gets by the center fielder Dahl. Retrieved by Tapia. Into third base goes Ervin. That's an RBI triple. Second triple in the inning for the Reds. They've come back to tie the ball game at 4.
Well, the first triple in the inning could have been caught. This one, no chance. And David Dahl trying to cut it off on the wet grass. Lucky he didn't turn an ankle. As he went to slide, he lost his balance.
So man at third base, 2 outs. Iglesias, the shortstop, the hitter. Fielder's choice for him the first time. And he'll take a pitch in there for a strike. So both teams have 4 runs. Both teams have 7 hits. And we're in the top of the third. Freeland's 0-1 pitch. And it's upstairs and inside as well. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rockies have been good against the Reds at home over the years. Since 2002, the Reds are just 19-37 at Coors Field. Got game one, trying to get game two here. Pop up into shallow right. This should do it. Charlie Blackmon loping in. Charlie's there, and he makes the catch. That's the third out. And the Reds will settle for their 2 to... David Dahl leads off with the Rockies, bottom of the third inning. He'll take a pitch outside for ball one. Dahl back in the first RBI single. As Tanner Roark to work, here comes that 1-0 to Dahl, fouled away off to our left. It's out of play. Coors Light is everything you need to stay refreshed for game day. When the mountains turn blue, play ball. 4-4 tie. Both teams 4 runs, 7 hits. Pitch to Dahl, swinging a foul on an off-speed pitch. Threw him the curveball, 74 miles an hour. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Dahl. He's got 3, 4, and 5 here for the Rockies. Dahl, Arenado, and Murphy all had hits back in that first inning. Pitch to Dahl is hit well to left field. Going back is Irvin on the track. It is over his head. It's off the wall. Irvin retrieves, and Dahl into second base. David Dahl nearly had an opposite field home run. He'll settle for a leadoff double.
Well, the flags are probably so saturated from the rain that had the 3-hour delay that they're probably not moving as much. They are moving a little bit, but that's the third ball hit to left field that traveled farther than it looked like it was going to.
At the top of that pad, which I think is 6 feet, right on the top of that, and right to the glove of Irvin. Made a good play. David Dahl, the speed, easily gets to second. Potential go-ahead run for the Rockies at second. Nobody out for Arenado. And the pitch to Nolan. There's a ball pulled foul down the left side. Out ahead of that off-speed pitch. Home run for Nolan back in that first inning. RBI's total now 69 for Arenado, 21 home runs, a .313 batting average. Second baseman Peraza keeping Dahl close to that bag. Here's the pitch to Arenado, and it's outside. Ball and 1 strike on Nolan. This series against the Reds presented by Total Roofing. If your roof has damage from the recent storms, let the roofing experts help you. TotalRoofingDenver.com. More work from the stretch. That glance to second, then the pitch. And it is hit fair down the right field side. That's going to score Dahl. Arenado is going to hold at first base. We got the ball and just holding it in foul ground, but that'll be an RBI single for Arenado. And just like that, the Rockies get the lead back.
Gotta love Nolan pulled his home run down the left field line. Here, an off-speed pitch away. He just went with the pitch and put it between the bag and Votto, the first baseman.
So nobody out. Arenado's at first. Here's Murphy. Nearly had another Coors Field home run at his first of those last night. Settled for a double to right center. He's the hitter with Arenado at first. The infield shift is on. And the pitch. And high and away to Murphy. Ball 1. Tonight's game presented by Safeway. Stop by for store-prepared fresh fruits and vegetables, chopped, diced, ready to go for a quick snack or a side dish. Safeway, it's just better. 1-0 delivery to Murphy. Hits that into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit in front of Senzel. Stopping at second, then throw back to second, and safe at second base. Somehow, Arenado got his hand back on the bag. He stopped heading to third, that slid and fell and scrambled back to second base, and he's safe.
Yeah, Nolan scrambling to get back to the bag, and he did a good job of leaning away and avoiding the tag of the shortstop Iglesias. And David Bell says, well, let's take a look at it. So we'll see. The law offices of Dan Kaplis ruling on the field is safe at second. Yeah, Nolan, I think, was trying to bluff Senzel into making a throw, and then he lost his footing.
Let's see if we can look at this replay on our monitor. Hard to tell from that angle. Kind of blocked off by Nolan's back on that angle. The umpire at second base had the perfect position. He called him safe.
Get a different look that way. It's hard to tell if he made contact or not as he's slapping away with the glove.
Iglesias acted like he didn't put that tag down because, like Jack said, he just kept trying to get the tag to Nolan, who kept moving away from it. Good throw by Senzel from center on the one hop, but I think Nolan might have avoided the tag here.
The only question would be Iglesias' glove close to the left shoulder of Nolan. It's hard to tell if contact was made or not. And normally, if you can't tell, then the call usually stands, but we've been wrong before.
Yeah, yes, we have. I have been. I know that many times. Chance to plug our radio website. It is RockiesRadioNetwork.com. We invite you to check it out when you get a chance. Here we go. And the ruling safe at second base. Ball stands.
The law offices of Dan Kapler's rulings of late are starting to flip in the Rockies' direction.
It was about 3 months where we couldn't seem to get a call.
No kidding.
So you got second and first, nobody out. Raimel Tapia is the hitter. And an RBI single back in the first inning, and he got thrown out at second, trying to stretch that into a double. And the pitch to Tapia, and that's in the dirt, and ball one. Good stuff by the catcher, Casali. Stu Cole not running through any signs. It's certainly a possibility of a bunt for Tapia, but I don't think they're going to put this play on with the numbers 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. Let Tapia swing away, see if he can knock in another run. 1-0 pitch. And foul back to the screen. High fastball that time. A little bit late with a swing at 90 miles an hour. 1 ball, 1 strike on Tapia. Reminder, all fans at the gates on that night game on Monday, the 6:40 game, receive that free LED bulb upon exit, courtesy of XL Energy. If your bulb lights up blue, red, or green, you could win the chance to throw out the first pitch. Rockies.com/tickets for more information. 1-1 pitch is sent into shallow center field. Coming in is Senzel. Still coming, makes the catch. And that's the first out. Runners scramble back to their respective bags. That's Arenado at second, and back to first is Murphy. 1 away. Good pitch there by Tanner Roark. Jammed to Tapia. Here's now Ryan McMahon. Got in on the action back in that first inning with a single. 1 away. Runners at first and second. Roark has thrown already 56 pitches, 59 thrown by Kyle Freeland. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Foul tipped, held on by the catcher. McMahon, 7 homers, 36 runs driven, and he's hitting .255. Roark from the stretch, glances towards second and Arenado, then the pitch. And that's low. Counts 1 ball, 1 strike. Votto is well off the line, which is a little bit surprising with the left-handed hitter up there. He's well off the line, giving Murphy a pretty big lead at first base. Iglesias shaded up the middle, although he's not really shifted. He's the shortstop. Here's a pitch to McMahon. Swing and a foul back to the screen. A change up that time and just sort of waved at it, did McMahon. A ball and 2 strikes on the Rockies' second baseman. Chris Iannetta waiting on deck. 5-4 Rockies, bottom of the third. 9 runs, 17 hits already in the game. Roark with a 1-2. And fouled away by McMahon. Went upstairs that time with a fastball. Let's see what they'll do. Throw that sinker, throws it about half the time, and then he'll come back with that elevated four-seam fastball. Used to have a little more juice to it. Used to be in the mid-90s, now low 90s for Roark. Casale gave him the sign. Still 1-2 on McMahon. And the pitch. And a ground ball hit right to first. Votto's got that. Second for one on to first. And they got the double play with the pitcher covering the bag. Rockies end up with 3 hits in the inning, but just the 1 run. But they
5-4, Rockies with the lead as we move into the 4th inning. It'll be Peraza, Casale, and Roark 7, 8, and 9 against Kyle Freeland. Peraza with an RBI single in the 2-run second. Right-handed hitting middle infielder. Locked in his 21st RBI with the base hit. Freeland's first pitch swung on and fouled down the left side. 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Rockies. 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Reds. Each side has stranded a pair so far. Freeland's pitch. He is outside and low. Peraza led the Reds in total hits a year ago. Jerry said a really high prospect at one time. Changeup swung on and missed. Good pitch by Freeland. 1-2. Kyle hasn't walked anybody. He's gotten to a couple of 3-0 counts against Phillip Ervin and got back to 3-2, and then Ervin got hits. Pitch swung on foul to the right. The Rockies Radio Network, powered by PDC Energy, a Colorado oil and natural gas company with Colorado values. Another 1-2. Hit towards right. Blackman on the run, and he is going to have to play it off the screening. Had trouble picking it up, and Peraza is going to get to third. And the throw nearly got into the dugout. Well, we have a lot, as much as the ballpark drained so very well, with all the rain that fell in the delay, ball hits into the grass and it's wet, and Charlie couldn't come up with a handle, and Peraza turned a near homer from a double to a triple when Blackman couldn't pick up the ball.
Well, maybe that was a catchable ball for Charlie Blackman, but now we look up at the flags and they're moving out toward right now, so the wind might have affected that, pushed it off that wall.
Yeah, a leadoff triple last inning against Freeland. Bouncing ball to third, foul. Casale hit a sacrifice fly to right field, his first plate appearance. It scored Iglesias. Reds don't hit many triples, and they've got 3 tonight. And we're in the 4th inning. Ground ball, shortstop. Story's only play is to first, and they get Casale. But Peraza scores, and the game is tied again. RBI number 22 for Casale. Trevor looked like he thought about going home, but get the out, and with the pitcher coming up next.
And the Rockies jack up bullpen action. Chad Bettis just starting to throw.
And Roark, who struck out his first time up, fouls the pitch away. I mean, he's allowed 5 runs on the 8 hits. Half of the early hits were not hit hard at all. I would say there are obvious signs here that Kyle's efforts have paid off. needs more work, obviously, but looks like he's pitching much better tonight, even if the results aren't quite there yet. 2 strikes on Roark, and he'll bounce it right back to Freeland. Kyle will take his time, and Roark didn't even get halfway to the halfway line. 2 outs. Let's pause for station identification on the KOA Rockies radio network. Nick Senzel, leadoff man, had an infield dribbler for a base hit in the first inning, hit a ball to left field that went off the glove of Raimel Tapia, and he scored run number 3 for the Reds. Swings and misses at a curveball for strike 1. Next pitch a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Most of the action done in baseball on the Chevy Sports Desk scoreboard. This game and an extra innings game in San Diego. Pitch, Senzel drives it towards right. Blackman on the run, can't get it. It'll go into the corner, and with Senzel's speed, he's thinking 3 again, and the throw skips away, and it's the second triple of the night for Senzel and the 4th triple in the game for the Reds.
Like you said, they don't get a lot of triples, but they're getting those tonight. And again, a team that doesn't score a lot of runs, 14th in the league in runs scored coming into the series.
Charlie, I think, thought he had a play on that ball, and again, as the wind is shifted and it is carrying to right. There's Votto, had an RBI single last time up and later scored. Left on left with Freeland and takes strike 1. In that game in San Diego, they're in the bottom of the 10th. Atlanta hanging on to a 7-5 lead. Scored 3 in the top of the inning. Manny Machado homered in the bottom of the 10th for San Diego. Votto drives it to left, going back. Tapia near the track makes the catch. It ends the inning. Middle of 4. Tied at 5 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Chris Iannetta, Kyle Freeland, and Charlie Blackman against Tanner Roark. Iannetta hit into a fielder's choice his first time up and looks at a strike. The 5 runs and the 10 hits, the most allowed in a game this year by Roark. Pitch low and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. He had allowed 4 runs multiple times, first time 5. That pitch is a little bit outside, 2-1 on Chris. Roark fires. Iannetta swings and misses. Roark has a pretty good fastball, but the slider he just got Iannetta to miss. That's his best pitch. 2-2. The slider's in the dirt this time. Full count. Neither pitcher has walked anybody yet tonight. 3-2 is strike 3 called, and James Hoy for both strikeouts by Roark. They've been called third strikes. Kyle Freeland got a base hit his first time up. It was erased on a double play ground ball. Center fielder Senzel shaded well towards left center. Roark's pitch to Freeland is bounced on 3 good hops to the second baseman Peraza on over to first. Now the leadoff man had reached in each of the first 3 innings, but Peraza with a couple of guys, Roark with a couple of guys retired here in the 4th. Dodgers won big tonight at Fenway, 11-2. Giants lost in a walk-off, 5-4 in Milwaukee on a double by Ben Gamble. Stopped a 3-game winning streak for the Giants. They'll be here for 4 starting Monday. 1-0 is taken for a strike by Blackman, who had a broken bat single and a run scored in the first inning, hit into a double play in the second. 1-1. Bounced foul up the right side. John Lester had a homer and 3 RBIs, won his 9th. Cubs beat the Pirates 10-4. Robinson Cano with a 2-run homer in the 8th inning. Mets won at Miami 4-2. Pitch in the dirt to Blackman, 2-2. Juan Soto hit a 2-run homer in the 9th inning off Hector Neris, and Washington stuns the Phillies in Philadelphia 4-3. 2-2 is low again to Blackman, full count. Mentioned the Diamondbacks lost to the Cardinals 4-2. Tyler O'Neill knocked in all 4 runs with a homer and a double. Here it's 5-5, 2 outs in the 4th after a 3-hour, 8-minute rain delay. Blackman swings and misses on a curveball. First 1-2-3 inning of the night. We head to the 5th.
But tonight, don't call it a comeback.
That'll do it for Kyle Freeland tonight. Gives way to Chad Bettis here in the top of this 5th inning. The pitching change for the Rockies brought to you by Coloradans Responsible Energy Development. Get the facts on how oil and gas is benefiting Colorado and all Coloradans at cred.org, CRED.org. For Bettis, it is appearance number 28, 1-4, 5.40 ERA.
Hey, Eugenio Suarez will start it off. Struck out twice against Freeland. And waves at the first pitch from Bettis. Freeland goes 4 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, all earned. No walks, 3 strikeouts through 74 pitches. Down the pipe pitch count brought to us by Pipefitters Local Union 208. Breaking ball low, 1-1 on Suarez. And again, I think the pitching better than the final results for Kyle. Suarez fouls it to the screen. First 2 runs somewhat tainted on little infield hits and a missed double play. Next 2 runs on an inning that started with a triple that probably should have been caught. Pitch to Suarez, strike 3 called. Chad Bettis starts his night with a strikeout. Suarez has been rung up 3 times. This top of the 5th inning brought to us by 5-Hour Energy Shots. Energy on the go. Yasiel Puig reached on an infield hit in the 2nd inning. And then robbed of extra bases on a leaping catch at the wall by Charlie Blackman in the 3rd. Breaking ball low. First appearance for Chad here in the 2nd half, obviously. Swing a little late and a foul to the right, 1-1. Worked a scoreless inning on last Saturday at Arizona. Looking to get some innings here and keep the Reds at bay. 1-1 pitch. Hit towards center. Dahl on the run. Makes the grab going towards the warning track. Was still shy of it. Puig's hit a couple of balls hard tonight. And he's so deep. He wears his emotions right out front. I mean, he was just standing there on the infield grass with his head down like, man, I hit that ball.
He's an interesting player.
2 outs. Here's Phillip Ervin. He had the big blow, really, in the 3rd inning. Tied the game at 4 at the time when Kyle Freeland had a couple of outs and looked like he was going to get out of trouble, but Ervin on a 3-2 pitch drove it to left center field for the RBI triple. Takes ball 1 here. Had the infield hit for a base hit in the 2nd inning and scored a run. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bettis works from the stretch. Pitch just a little bit low. 2-1. Bettis fires and Ervin fouls off to the right. That game is over at Petco. Atlanta hangs on and wins it 7-5. The Padres had the bases loaded with 2 outs, but had no more bench players, so Perdomo had to bat the pitcher and struck out on a 3-2 pitch. Braves have taken the first 2 games of that series. 3-2 to Ervin and a base hit to left center field. This might be extra bases with his speed. It is. He's had 3 3-2 counts and has a single, a triple, and a double.
He's got a quick bat. Saw that last night in his pinch hit appearance, although he made an out, but 3 hits today and sitting back on a 3-2 pitch, and you're not going to overpower anybody, probably Bettis, but that's a quick swing and able to take it right back up the middle.
Looks like Chad threw him a changeup, and you still see the outfielders being a little cautious running around on the damp grass. Here's Iglesias, who is 0 for 2. The shortstop is hit into a fielder's choice and has flied to right. Takes ball 1. Hits are even at 10 now to go along with each side having 5 runs. 1-0. Bounced up the middle. Story near second has it. On to first just in time to get the out. And that will end the inning. Trevor had a little trouble getting it out of his glove, but got Iglesias. Halfway home, we're tied. If we go into the bottom of the 5th inning, it'll be Story, Dahl, and Arenado. Trevor has flied to deep left and was called out on strikes on a pitch that clearly looked low. This bottom of the 5th brought to us by Applejack Wine and Spirits. Applejack, minutes from anywhere at I-70 in Youngfield, or shop online at applejack.com. Swing and a miss on a fastball. 1-1. Roark is not walked anybody, struck out 3, giving up the home run to Arenado, and the pitch is called a strike in the upper portion of the zone. 1-2 on Trevor. Looking for his first hit here in the second half, when hitless last night. And drive it out of play, foul down the right side. Antonio Senzatella and Tyler Mahle tomorrow afternoon for the series finale. Pitch to Story. Hit the left. This is how you get your first hit. Gone to the concourse down the left field line. Touch 'em all time for Trevor Story. Number 20. And the Rockies are back on top, 6-5.
Oh, we get distance on that. Crushed to the concourse and left is a monster shot by Trevor Story. An off-speed pitch. He got that foot down, but just held the weight back long enough to drive that ball, staying fair easily. And on the concourse for Trevor Story. Yeah, big curveball. And he hung it. Trevor just stayed back and ripped it.
With that home run, the Berg Simpson Law Firm makes another generous contribution to Craig Hospital. David Dahl drives it to center field. Senzel on the run hauls it down. David, who had a single and a double his first two at-bats, makes a loud out. Well, in the first inning, Nolan Arenado hit that mitt on that awning, if you will, on the tunnel there inside the left field foul line. That's the first time that's happened since UC Health put that up, and UC Health is making a $5,000 donation to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Foundation thanks to Nolan's homer. Nolan had an RBI single his last time up, so 3 RBIs on the night for Nolan and 70 on the season. 6-5 Rockies here in the fifth with 1 out. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Change speeds on Nolan, had him out in front of that slider. 1-2. One-two pitch in the dirt, 2-2. I'm sure most people have heard or read or watched some of the highlights of the combined no-hitter last night by the Angels in their first home game after the death of their teammate Tyler Skaggs. They all wore Skaggs' jersey. They all had number 45 Tyler Skaggs jerseys last night. Tonight would have been Skaggs' 28th birthday, and the Angels won again, beating Seattle 9-2. 2-2 to Nolan is in the air to right field, not deep. Puig coming in, Al backing up and makes the catch. Among the interesting things, the Angels scored 7 runs on 13 hits last night. That's the birthday, 7-13 for Tyler Skaggs. And the last time in California a team combined on a no-hitter, 1991, the year Tyler Skaggs was born. Talk about a little bit of divine influence. That certainly was the case in Anaheim last night. Ball 1 to Daniel Murphy, who has a double and a single. Has scored one of the Rockies' 6 runs. They lead it 6-5 here after the Story homer. And low again, 2-0. Rockies have 2 doubles and 2 homers. The Reds have a double and 4 triples tonight. Line drive, foul down the right side. 2-1 on Murphy. 447, they tell us the distance on the Story home run.
You get out to the concourse, you're flirting with 450.
Pitch is hit to left and carrying to the warning track. Irvin at the wall, leaps, and didn't get it. Touch 'em all time for Daniel Murphy. The opposite way. No homers at Coors Field in the first half of the season. He has homered in back-to-back games here at Coors in the second half.
He's got an impressive couple of games against these Reds, just hitting the ball all over the field. Now, that ball carried some to left field as well. We look at the flags, and they are moving around a little bit now in left field. Irvin got back there and jumped, and he just couldn't get high enough to catch that ball.
And because it was over the wall, a fan fighting for the ball as well. He's got that right to do so. I think Irvin thought he had it for a moment. Home run number 9 for Daniel Murphy. And the Reds are going to ask for a review, but or they asked the umpires, probably a crew chief review here. No, that glove, looking at the replay, Jerry, was definitely on the stand side of the padding out there.
Sure did look like that, yep. And that is going to be the case. Going to be a home run.
Rockies with their third home run of the night, their second here in the fifth. And their lead is up to 2. It's 7-5. The finger injury, and then the slow start coming back. Daniel Murphy's hitting .292 now on the year.
I think it's going to be a big second half for Daniel Murphy.
Raimel Tapia, an RBI single in 2 tries tonight. Flied out to center field his last time up. Rockies baseball brought to us in part by IBM and the Home Runs for Youth program. Pitch in the dirt to Tapia. 1-0 on Raimel. And the youngsters who work in that Home Runs for Youth program are also connected to our website, RockiesRadioNetwork.com. Pitch outside 2-0. That's where they have the math problems that they put together with a baseball theme to it. So one more reason to go to RockiesRadioNetwork.com. Inside to Tapia, 3-0. Some stirring in the Reds bullpen. Pitch to Raimel. He takes it for a strike. It's 93 pitches for Roark. He's due to hit third in the 6th inning. (3-1) inside, ball 4, and there's the first walk of the night. Keeps this 5th inning going.
Good at bat there for Raimel Tapia on base for the second time tonight. His speed and athleticism on the base paths.
Ryan McMahon has a single and then grounded into a double play. 12 hits in the game for the Rockies. Everybody but Chris Iannetta among the position players, if you will, have at least 1 hit. And Murphy has 3. They might need to bring out the EMT guys if he gets it, but Murphy's got a chance at the cycle if he hits a triple. Might need to have a guy fall down, or
You could have a collision between 2 outfielders. Nothing wrong with that.
a couple of throws they think Tapia might take off. Raimel got back easily both times. Pitch is a curveball, misses outside, ball one, and it's like we are getting some activity in the Reds bullpen as well as the Rockies, because you do have the pitcher spot that could hit this inning.
It's Carlos Estevez for the Rockies.
McMahon got underneath it, but fortunately it's going to drop into the stands foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Terry trying to peek through the evergreens out there to see who's warming up for the Reds.
Would be Jared Hughes, right-hander.
(7-5) Rockies, a pair of homers here in the 5th to regain the lead. Pitch inside and high, 2-1. Rockies have not trailed in this game. They were tied at 4 in the 3rd inning and then tied at 5 in the 4th inning. But now out in front by 2. And McMahon trying to keep it going with Tapia at first. Another throw that way. Again, a look over towards Tapia as Roark sets. 2-1, and McMahon cues it off the end of his bat, charging. He is the third baseman, Suarez, but has no play on it, and it's an infield hit.
The Rockies get one of those. We've seen plenty of those in the Reds in this game. Now the Rockies return the favor.
I think even if Suarez handles that cleanly, and he does have a good arm, he's been hard-pressed to throw out McMahon. Ryan runs very well.
I'm sorry, Jack. Go ahead.
Just saying that's 13 hits for the Rockies, and here comes David Bell, I think, to make a double switch. And that's going to be the case as they discuss what will take place, but Tanner Rowe.
Bottom of the 5th inning with the Rockies leading 7-5. New pitcher for the Reds is right-hander Jared Hughes, part of a double switch. Derek Dietrich comes in to play second base. Peraza's moved from second to short. Iglesias is out of the ball game. Numbers for Jared Hughes: he is 2-2 this year. This will be his 36th appearance. 3.19 ERA. And the pitching change brought to you by CSU Global. Change the way you play the game with a degree from CSU Global campus website, csuglobal.edu.
Hughes will get Chris Iannetto, who has hit into a fielder's choice and has been called out on strikes. And drives it to left, but didn't quite get enough of it. On the warning track, Irvin makes the catch. Rockies get 2 and have regained the leads.
Chad Bettis out for second inning of relief work for the Rockies. Just getting his warm-up pitches in. There was the last one. He'll go to work against the bottom 3 in the order. Chad Bettis finished off that 5th inning, or pitched the 5th inning, gave up a 2-out double, and that was it. And Chad is not unaccustomed to pitching more than 1 inning in relief. In fact, more than 1 inning 22 times now in the big leagues. And 2 or more frames 18 times. So he might be called upon to do something similar to that tonight. Here is Jose Peraza, now the shortstop. He has gone 2 for 2. He's got an RBI single and a triple and a run scored. And the pitch is outside and ball 1 to him. Well, the Reds, they have 10 hits. The Rockies have 13. 7-5 Rockies. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Bettis from the stretch, and here is Chad's next pitch. And that one's looped into right. Blackman's got to play that ball on a hop. Well, another base hit, leadoff man aboard again for the Reds. It wasn't a triple for a leadoff hit, but it was a single, and Peraza's aboard for the 3rd time.
They've had the leadoff man on in 5 of the 6 innings.
We're getting Kurt Casale, the catcher. He's driven in a couple runs, and he hasn't had a base hit. He's got a sacrifice fly and a ground out for 2 RBIs. Got now 22 driven in for the year. Man at first base, nobody out. Derek Dietrich is now the next hitter. Came in the part of that double switch. Pitch, swing and a miss. A late swing. Casale, strike one. Chad Bettis had that outing this year against the Dodgers where he gave up a career-high 6 runs as a reliever. A 1 pitch, and that's a ground ball right side. That's through the hole into right field. It's a base hit. Runner will get to third base. That's Peraza. That ball was weakly hit, but nobody was over there. Now, the Reds have done that a bunch tonight, and now they're right back at it. First and third, and nobody out.
Well, you shade up the middle, hoping to turn 2 with your second baseman. Your first baseman's holding the runner on, and Casale just sort of wormed a ball through the right side.
It's hard to say. Chad Bettis had that outing where he gave up 6 earned runs, and when you really look at the season for Chad, he had pitched well as a reliever before that outing, and he's pitched pretty well since that time. Well, he's got a little jam now at first and third, and nobody out with Dietrich hitting for the first time. Left-handed hitter is Derek Dietrich. Bettis with a pitch. Dietrich will take that in the dirt, ball 1. Tonight's game presented by Safeway, USDA Choice Colorado Angus beef. Cut fresh in every store by your hometown butcher. Safeway, it's just better. Peraza's at third and Casale's at first. Rockies leading 7-5. Hits are total now of 25. The pitch and a tapper up the first base side, foul ball. Delano DeShields, the first base coach, lets that go. Dietrich at 216, but he has 18 home runs, including 3 in one game this year and 40 RBIs. He's cooled off lately, had a great start to the year. Bettis is 1-1, and that's high and away. 2 balls and a strike. Rockies baseball always live with MLB At Bat. Follow the action with game tracking and video highlights, along with up-to-the-moment stats, standings, breaking news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. It's your #1 app for Rockies baseball. There's a 2-1 pitch. Dietrich will send that down the left field line, giving chase his top into the corner. It is gone. Into the tunnel for Derek Dietrich. And how about the Reds? They have come back to take the lead. 8-7 Cincinnati on Derek Dietrich's opposite field 3-run home run.
His 19th of the year. Hasn't hit many of them lately, and we've seen the ball carried tonight, and this one down the left field line and about 370 feet worth of a new game.
And still nobody out in the inning. We'll turn the lineup over. Nick Senzel is the hitter. He has been on base 3 times. 3 hits for him, 2 triples and a single. Bettis' pitch, and it's inside in ball 1. A low-scoring game last night, 3-2. Here, 8-7. It's Reds in the top of the 6th and nobody out. Bettis' pitch, and a swing and a miss. There's good action with a pitch there by Chad Bettis, a little cutter. 1 ball, 1 strike on the hitter. Senzel with an infield single in the first inning, then the triple in the third, and he scored a run, tripled the 4th inning with 2 outs. Didn't score then. 1-1 pitch is a bouncer foul. Back behind the plate. And a count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cincinnati celebrating its 150th year in baseball. Started out as the Red Stockings. 1-2 count, and the pitch to Senzel is just off the plate. Well, that could have been called a strike given to the hitter that time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chad Bettis earlier this year had an 8-game, 14 2/3 innings scoreless streak. That was May into June. Pitch is fouled back to the screen here. Try to sneak a fastball by him. And Chad, these days as a reliever, there's some more velocity there. That hit 95 miles an hour. And when Bettis, you might recall, first came up, he was a power pitcher. He was throwing in the upper 90s. Hit 98 at one time. 2-2 pitch to Senzel. He is hit down the right field line. That's going to be trouble as well. To the corner and extra bases. Blackman's got it. Senzel will stop at second base. He's got now a double with the 2 triples and the single. In this inning, 4 consecutive hits for the Reds and still nobody out.
And the Reds tonight with 7 extra base hits as Steve Foster goes out to buy some time for the bullpen and talk to Chad Bettis. But Senzel had the infield hit his first time up. Bang, bang play that went the Reds' way. Tripled off the glove of Tapia pulling the ball. Last 2 times up, he has sliced a ball to right field and gotten a triple and a double.
Jairo Diaz, who got the win last night with a scoreless inning, is up and throwing in the Rockies' pen. And Chad Bettis looked sharp last inning, but 4 consecutive hits, 2 singles, a home run, and a double for the Reds. And nobody out in this top of the 6th inning. Now here's Votto. Votto is 1 for 3 tonight. RBI single for him in the 3rd inning. This is now the 4th inning out of 6 the Reds have scored. Bettis is pitched to Votto, and that's there for strike 1. Joey Votto, a Canadian, is from the Toronto area and amazingly never played hockey. He said his dad introduced him to baseball as a little leaguer, and he never switched to another sport. Here's a pitch to Votto, and that's high in the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Votto touches the front part of the plate with the end of his bat. Likes to crowd the plate, chokes up on the bat as well. And 1-1. And it's low. Offered at it, but held up. And the count is 2 down. 2 balls and 1 strike. Fans, a midseason 10-game mini plan is now available. Guarantee your seat for the Red Sox September fireworks show and other great games for the remainder of the season. Visit Rockies.com/tickets to check out your plan. Here's a 2-1 to Votto, and he'll hit that one right back to Bettis and throws to second, and they get the double play. And a soft liner right back to Chad. He had plenty of time to react, and way off the bag, Senzel. 2 outs in the inning. That's what Chad Bettis needed right there. Now 2 outs and nobody on for Eugenio Suarez, who's had the tough night. His team has got plenty of offense, but he's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Bettis struck him out last time. And the pitch. And a curveball, a little bit high, ball 1. Suarez might be their best hitter in tonight with the team scoring 8 runs on 14 hits. He's 0 for 3. Here's a pitch. And a foul tip held on by the catcher. Big swing there, came up empty. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rockies shift on the infield. McMahon has swung over to the left. Murphy is way off that first base line. 1-1. And missed outside that time. 2-1. Bettis steps off the back of the mound for a moment. Now the right-hander from Texas Tech will get back up there and go to work. Got the Inetta sign. And the 2-1 pitch. And that's sent into deep right field. Charlie Blackman is going back. Charlie's at the wall. Charlie can't get it. It's off the top of the wall. Comes back in toward David Dahl. Suarez will get to third base. Yet another triple for the Reds. that high wall in front of the Rockies bullpen held that ball up from being a home run, but it's a 2-out triple for the Reds. Suarez, his first hit tonight.
And that's a Coors Field record. 5 triples by a visiting team in one game. Charlie was in position, but he can't jump that high, and banged off the wall, and it was so high that Suarez was well on his way to third as that carom came. Change brought to us by Coloradans for Responsible Energy Development. Get the facts on how oil and gas is benefiting Colorado and all Coloradans at cred.org. That's CRED.org. Jairo Diaz, who got the win last night with a scoreless 8th inning, comes on for his 25th appearance. 2 wins, 2 losses, 4.94 the ERA.
Going to get Yasiel Puig with 2 outs and that runner at third base, Suarez. Puig is 1 for 3 tonight, had a single second inning. He's flied out to right and lined out to center. And Jairo Diaz looking to put this inning down. Rockies down 8-7. 3-run home run for Derek Dietrich in the inning. Diaz will stay in the stretch. He's always that way. Right on right for Diaz with Puig. And here's the pitch. And a fastball's inside, ball 1. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Diaz, like Chad Bettis, had a rough outing, a game against San Diego. Gave up 5 runs. That was back on June 14th to really push that ERA up. 1-0 pitch. And swing and a miss. Puig was late with that swing. Sort of waved at that one. That one up to 97 miles an hour. Got 1 ball and 1 strike. Scoreless outings in 17 of his 24 appearances since he was called up on May 22nd. Jairo Diaz. One pitch to Puig. And hit down the right field line. This could be trouble again at the corner. Charlie Blackmon can't get it. It's a foul ball. Sliced just enough to get foul. Otherwise, that might have been serious trouble for the Rockies as well. It's strike 2 on Puig. Puig knew it. He knew he was going foul. He didn't move from the batter's box. Diaz waits for Blackmon to get back in place. Charlie is there. Let's see if Diaz can get Puig on strikes. He is ready. And the 1-2 pitch. And hit it well to left field. Going back is Tapia. Tapia to the wall. It's gone. It's a 5-run inning for the Reds with 2 home runs. 3-run shot by Dietrich and a 2-run shot by Puig. 10-7 at Cincinnati.
They have 16 hits on the night, and half of them extra base hits with 2 doubles, 2 homers, and 5 triples. And that's not where Jairo wanted to leave that pitch, and Puig gets his 21st homer.
Slider right over the plate. Phillip Ervin is the 8th hitter in the inning. And here's a pitch, and it's high with a fastball, ball 1.
Yeah, it's the one thing with the Diaz slider. It's a great pitch when he finishes it. When he leaves it on the plate, he's been hurt.
And there's a base hit to left for Phillip Ervin. Solid single for him. That's his 4th hit tonight. He was the 8th hitter. Here's the 9th hitter. As 17 hits have been racked up now in this ball game.
That equals their season high, and we're in the 6th inning.
Jesse Winker is going to be the hitter here. Let's pause for 10 seconds. Station identification time on the KOA Rockies Radio Network. 10-7, the Rockies are trailing in the top of the 6th inning. Man at first base and 2 outs. Jairo Diaz will fire over to first base to get Irvin back to the bag. As the hitters, Jesse Winker. Saw him in left field in last night's ball game. So the man for the bullpen, Jared Hughes, threw 1 pitch to get the 1 out, and he's done. Winker on the year, 250, 13 home runs, and 27 RBIs. He went 1 for 3, 1 for 4 last night with a triple. Here's a pitch, and it is there for strike 1 to Winker.
Reds came into this series with 13 triples on the year. They've had 6 so far this weekend.
Kyle Freeland giving up 4 triples tonight. That's a franchise high for a Rockies pitcher. Throw to first base again, and back in time is Irvin. 6th inning is brought to you by E&F Towing and Transport in Casper, Wyoming. Fast and friendly 24-hour service for all of Wyoming. EFTowing.com. Field shift is on for Winker, hitting left-handed. And the pitch by Diaz. In the dirt, got away from Iannetta. Down to second base will go Irvin. Wild pitch, charged to Jairo Diaz. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike, and now runner in scoring position. Rockies are down 10-7. 5 runs scored by the Reds in this inning, and they get a runner in scoring position again with 2 outs. Jairo Diaz looking in for a sign from Iannetta, trying to get this elusive 3rd out in this inning. 7 hits by the Reds in this 6th inning and 5 runs. Diaz taking his time now, and time given to Winker at the plate. Trevor Story shaded up the middle for this left-handed hitter, almost right behind second. One pitch, and that missed inside and low. And the count, 2 balls and a strike to Winker.
I think after his work last night, Bud was hoping that Jairo would come in and face one guy and end the inning, but it hadn't gone that way.
And there will be some more bullpen action for the Rockies. 2-1 pitch, and it's outside. 3-1. Didn't miss, or missed by a bunch on that pitch.
Pitcher spot due to lead off. That's part of the reason why Diaz came into the game.
Carlos Estevez is throwing again in the Rockies' pen. Here's a pitch, and it's outside, ball 4, and it continues. So for the second time in the inning, we'll get Peraza up to the plate. Got the rally started with the single. He scored one of the runs, one of the 5 in the inning. He is a right-handed hitter. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Jairo Diaz, a glance to second. Here's the pitch. And missed way outside with that one. Ball 1.
You've got 2 guys with 4 hits and another guy, the guy at the plate, Peraza, with 3. In their season high 17.
Got 2 singles and a triple tonight, does Peraza. And this pitch, swing and a miss. There's a good 2-seam fastball. Got 1 ball, 1 strike on the hitter. Peraza with an RBI single in the second inning, then a triple, 1 of 5 for the Reds tonight. That was in the 4th inning, and a single in this inning. He scored twice tonight. Here's the pitch. and fouled away. So he's got him down a ball and 2 strikes now. Pitch there, threw him a fastball low and away. Nairo Diaz on for Chad Bettis in the inning. First and second, 2 outs. 1-2 count. And the pitch to Peraza. And a ground ball right side. Grabbed nicely by Murphy. Throws to second to get the force at second base. Good play defensively for Daniel Murphy. That prevented a run. Garrett Hampson is the pinch hitter for the Rockies. For Diaz, he'll take a ball low for ball 1. David Hernandez, a very good setup man last year for Cincinnati. 57 appearances, 2.53 ERA, but this year the ERA is up there. 1-0 pitch to Hampson, and it missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Garrett Hampson, a right-handed hitter, the pinch hitter tonight for Diaz. Rockies trying to get the offense cranked back up, down 10-7. Hernandez from the stretch to the pitch to Hampson. And it's high and away. 3 balls and no strikes. Garrett didn't play in last night's game in that series in Arizona. 0 for 3 with a walk and stolen base. 0 for his last 6 at the plate. Take on 3-0, you would guess. Here comes a pitch, and it's there. It's a strike. 3-1 with Hampson. 21 starts at second base for Garrett Hampson, 5 at shortstop, 4 in center field, and 1 in left field. We're still a utility player trying to get on base to start the bottom of the 6th for the Rockies. The pitch to him. And it's high and tight. There's ball 4. You get the leadoff man on. He's got lots of speed. Way to start the 6th inning for the Rockies.
A lefty Wandy Peralta is up, as well as right-hander Michael Lorenzen in the bullpen for Cincinnati.
Here is Charlie Blackmon. Charlie's got a hit in 3 tries tonight. One of the 13 hits the Rockies have, including 3 home runs. And for each home run hit by the Rockies, the Berg Simpson Law Firm makes a generous donation to Craig Hospital. Berg Simpson, good lawyers, changing lives. The pitch to Blackmon. And a swing and a foul. Back to the screen, strike 1. Hampson has walked, and Blackmon comes up swinging. Hampson, that steal threat, will get a good lead away from first base. Rockies are down 3. Might prevent him from stealing. We'll see. And there he goes. Pitch on the way is low and in. The throw to second base, and he is safe as Garrett Hampson. That was easy enough. It was a good pitch to throw for the catcher Caselli, but it was late. Good jump by Garrett Hampson. Just like that, runner at second in scoring position.
5th stolen base for Garrett, and that means for all of you members, Old Chicago Rewards members, you've stolen a draft beer at Old Chicago until 10 p.m. tomorrow. Visit oldchicago.com for details.
1-1 pitch to Blackmon is inside. 2-1 to Charlie. Shortstop is now Peraza, playing right behind second base, trying to keep Garrett Hampson close to that bag. Now Hernandez, the pitcher, steps off the rubber, and he and Blackmon will reset. David Hernandez, a look to second, then the pitch to Blackmon. Swing and a miss by Charlie. Looked a little bit late with that swing. And the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Career began for David Hernandez in 2009 with Baltimore, went to Arizona, had some very good years with the D-backs, Philadelphia for a while, the Angels, back to Arizona, and now the 2nd year with the Reds. This is his 10th major league season. 2-2 pitch, and hit foul at a play down that left side. 542 appearances now career-wise for David Hernandez. Got a handful of starts. He came up as a starter with the Orioles. He had 19 starts in 2009, that first year, and he's had 8 more since that time. Here's the pitch to Blackman. Charlie swings and drills it to right. Over the head of Puig and off the top of the wall. Garrett Hampson will be waved in. Throw comes home. It's way off the line. Got away from the catcher into the Rockies dugout. That'll get Charlie Blackman to third base. Rockies are back on the board. It's 10-8 Cincinnati. What a swing by Charlie Blackman.
Charlie just missed a home run. Puig got the bounce. He's got no chance to get Garrett Hampson. Yet he makes a rainbow throw to the plate on the right side, and it hits the catcher, Casale, and skips into the Rockies dugout for a two-base throwing error.
And that's going to do it for David Hernandez. He's done. The Rockies have a man at third base, nobody out, with a run in and a pitching change for Cincinnati. We'll tell you about it when we come back on the KOA Rockies Radio Network.
42 of them as a pitcher. He has pinch hit, played in the outfield, and a few other elements. He had a strikeout of Ryan McMahon last night. Overall, 0-2 with 5 saves and a .372 earned run average.
So Trevor Story here hit a home run that hit 447 feet to the concourse and left back in the 5th inning. Charlie Blackman's at third. The infield is back. The Rockies are down 2 runs, 10-8. Story, Dahl, and Arenado against Michael Lorenzen. High draft pick out of Cal State Fullerton. Here's the pitch to Story, and it's there for strike one. Excellent athlete. They've seen him as a pinch hitter, as a pinch runner. He's played in the outfield like we talked about.
And he's got a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
1 pitch to Story is high and tight. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Came up as a starter. Had a start against the Rockies, I remember, in 2015. They put him in the bullpen. He's had 3 starts since that rookie year. They were all last year, all out of the bullpen this season. 1-1 pitch. Story bounces that foul, third base side, and now Trevor's down 1-2. Rockies fans enter to win the Coors Light Silver Seats experience at Coors Field. See details at participating Colorado stores where Coors Light is sold. Trevor with his 20th home run. Last time up, back in that 5th inning. Hit a curveball to the concourse down that left field line. 1-2 pitch. Foul back to the screen. Elevated fastball there by the pitcher at 97 miles an hour. Big weightlifter is Michael Lorenzen, 6'3", 220. He's 27 years of age. First round in 2013 by the Reds. So 1-2 with Story. And the pitch to Trevor. And it's fouled away. Reach for that one. Off-speed pitch on the outside edge. There a changeup. Something off-speed. 87 miles an hour. '27-year-old Michael Lorenzen. Blackman walks down that line from third. 1-2 pitch again. And a little soft liner back to the pitcher. He throws back to first base, and Blackman's back. Chad Bettis had one of those. Broke his bat with that swing to Story. 1 out.
See if the Reds change their defense now. They bring Suarez up at third, but they stay back otherwise.
So David Dahl's got a couple of hits. He's got a single and a double. He's scored twice, knocked in a run, and the one time he made an out was a line out to center. And a drive in Blackman from third, 1 away. Pitch slowing outside in ball 1. Tonight's game presented by Safeway. Safeway, it's just better. David Dahl with home run number 13 last night. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup. Count 1 ball, 1 strike on Dahl. .313 batting average for David with the 13 homers. Now 53 driven in with the one tonight. That was back in the first inning with a single. Next pitch, way inside. It'd jump back out of the way. 2-1. Lorenzen working first base side of the rubber from the stretch. 2-1 pitch. And a bouncing ball to first base will score runs. Grabbed by Votto. Flips to Lorenzen covering first base to get the out. But the Rockies come back with another run to cut the deficit to 1. That's a ground out for Dahl. Another RBI. It's 10-9 Cincinnati. Two outs, nobody on for Nolan Arenado. Hit his own home run back in the first inning tonight. Then an RBI single the next time up for Nolan. Last time up, flied out to right. Trying to keep this inning going. 2 outs, nobody on with a couple of runs in. 70 RBIs now for Arenado with the 3 tonight. 21 homers and a .314 batting average. Pitch, swing, and a miss. After a pitch on the inside, a 95-mile-an-hour pitch, and missed it. Daniel Murphy swinging a hot bat, has 3 hits tonight. He is on deck. The pitch to Arenado, and a ground ball right back to Lorenzen. This will do it for the Rockies in the inning. Flip to first base to get the out, and that's that. But the Rockies are able to...
10-9, the Reds lead as we go into the 7th inning. And Jake McGee comes on the pitch. Jake making his 21st appearance. No wins, 1 loss, a 1.35 earned run average. He has struck out 16, walked 5. He's allowed 3 homers and 16 hits over 20 innings.
Got Kurt Casale, the catcher, who tonight has driven in a couple of runs and also scored a run. Right-handed hitter to begin things, the number 8 hitter. You got Dietrich waiting on deck. Jake McGee always works from the stretch, spins that ball in his bare hand, comes set, does the lefty, and delivers a pitch to the catcher, and it's inside and ball 1. Well, the Reds, 10 runs on 17 hits, 2 errors now. For the Rockies, 9 runs on 14 hits, no errors. So 19 runs and 31 hits combined. We're in the top of the 7th. That pitch is there for a strike. Freeland gave up in 4 innings 5 earned runs. Chad Bettis 4 earned runs. Diaz charged with 1. And here's now Jake McGee. Bullpen was so good last night. Next pitch. And high and away. Gets a count to 2 balls and a strike. Kurt Casale, a Vanderbilt product. The high school in Connecticut. Right-handed hitter. Ready McGee, the pitch. And that one's hit deep to left. This one is as well gone. It's a Reds team that doesn't score a lot of runs, but tonight they are. They just keep coming at you. It's 11-9. They pick up a run they lost in the bottom of the 6th inning.
It's their 3rd homer of the night for Casale, his 5th of the year. And, you know, one of the things about the way Coors Field is playing this year, as an offensive player, home or visitor, you just feel like you can make something happen, and you go to the plate with a lot of confidence.
Here Dietrich with a 3-run home run last time, but bounce this one to first base. Murphy's got the short hop. He'll feed Jake McGee covering that bag, and they get that out. Good recovery by Jake McGee to get the next hitter on 1 pitch. He goes 3-1. We'll go back to top of the order. Nick Senzel. Rockies Radio Network is powered by PDC Energy, a Colorado oil and natural gas company with Colorado values. It's now 18 hits for the Reds tonight with their 11 runs. 11-9 they lead, top of 7. One out. Senzel has 4 hits, a single, 2 triples, and a double. McGee's pitch is a little bit outside, ball 1 with an off-speed pitch. Jake's got that sign he likes. 1-0 pitch to Senzel. And that's in the dirt. To count to 2 balls, no strikes on the center fielder. With the 4 hits tonight, the batting average up to 273. He scored once, had a triple in the 3rd inning, scored after that. The pitch missed outside. 3 balls, no strikes.
The Reds tonight, they did get 3 runs driven in on the Dietrich homer when he came in the double switch, but they've gotten 6 hits and 7 runs out of the bottom of the order.
There's a
7, 8, 9, excuse me.
Foul off the catcher's mask of Iannetta. This one knocked the catcher's mask off of Chris. Home plate umpire James Hoy just making sure Iannetta is all right. Chris is in the squat, and he says he's good. 3-1 is the count on the hitter. Here's a pitch, and it's high and away. There's a ball 4, and a runner aboard. The speedy Senzel at first with 1 away. So for McGee, a home run, then a good pitch on a ground out, then a walk. Nothing happening in the Rockies' pen. Here is Joey Votto. Votto tonight 1 for 4. The one was an RBI single in the 3rd inning, I should say. Scored after that as well. Left on left, Jake McGee against the veteran Joey Votto. Rockies sure could use a double play ball. There's a throw to first base. Senzel gets back. Center fielder Dahl has moved over toward left. Charlie Blackmon well off that line as well. They don't think Votto's going to pull the ball. Pretty short lead for Senzel at first, and the pitch is into left field. Tapia coming on, still coming, dives, and it's off his glove. That'll get Senzel to 3rd base and Votto to 2nd. It's a base hit. He had a long ways to run to Tapia. 2nd time tonight he's gotten his glove on the ball and hasn't made the catch.
Big swing. He might have taken a step back. Came on and made the dive, but couldn't come up with it. Another extra base hit.
It's now 19 hits total for the Reds tonight. 2 on. They're both in scoring position, 2nd and 3rd. 1 away for Suarez. 1 for 4 with his triple. First 3 times struck out, then a triple off the right center field wall. Infield is drawn in. Pitch outside, ball 1. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station ID time on the KOA Rockies Radio Network. (11-9) Cincinnati in the top of the 7th inning. Pitch is a swing and a miss by Suarez. And another home run for his team. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jerry Schimmel with Jack Corrigan here at Coors Field. Jesse Thomas, our producer-engineer, and Doug Niemeyer, master control. A wild offensive ball game. 11-9. Rockies are trailing.
Every position player for the Reds has at least 1 extra base hit.
1-1 pitch. And it's high. It's 2-1. First base open. Yasiel Puig is on deck.
Never know with relievers who get used to steady duty after an all-star break how sharp they're going to be or not sharp.
2-1 pitch is inside. 3-1 to Suarez.
And we've seen that with Jake here.
They left the pitch up to Casale for a home run, walk to Senzel, and now 3-1 on this hitter. And the Rockies will get some more bullpen action. And here's a pitch. And ball 4 missed outside. Second walk in the inning, and the bases are loaded for Puig. Steve Foster is going to make a trip to the mound and get some action going in that Rockies pen. The series against Cincinnati presented by Total Roofing. If your roof has damage from the recent storms, let the roofing experts help you. TotalRoofingDenver.com. Check them out.
Carlos Estevez has been up a couple of times tonight, throwing yet again.
Yasiel Puig tonight with a single in the second inning, then a fly out to right, a line out to center, and a 2-run home run in the 6th inning. So swung the bat well, like many teammates have tonight for the Reds. Jake McGee against a right-handed hitter, Puig. Another one on deck. Winker in the hole. That's a pitcher spot. I don't know what might come up there. So bases loaded for the Reds. They've already scored a run in the inning to make it 11-9. A hot hitter tonight, the one that's had a good year, Puig at the plate. McGee's got the sign from Iannetta. Here's a pitch. And fouled it away off to the right side. Strike 1. Senzel is at third, Votto at second, Suarez at first base. Murphy playing way off the line, the Rockies' first baseman. McGee with a pitch and hit it foul down the right side. So that's now 0-2 on Puig. And Jake McGee could really use the strikeout right here. In his career, he's been almost equally as good striking out right-handers as lefties. Puig has that tendency to strike out. Double play ball would be even better. He looks down at the dirt in front of the mound, then looks in for his sign. Twirled the ball in his hand at the same time. Got the sign he likes. And the 0-2 pitch. High to Puig. Not a bad spot with the count of 0-2. Try to get Puig to chase a pitch up. Not too far for his liking. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Cuban. McGee, the third man for the bullpen behind Kyle Freeland tonight. Bettis, Diaz, McGee. Lefty straightens up. He's ready with a 1-2 pitch. Just missed inside with that pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A little more inside than it looked to the crowd. Puig likes to crowd the plate, so that one probably looked like it was a little better pitch than it maybe was. Again, McGee's got that sign. 2-2 now the count. And the next pitch. Miss low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's already walked 2 in the inning. Now 3-2 on Puig. Puig showing some good plate discipline. Takes back in, straightaway stance for this right-handed hitter, Yasiel Puig. McGee trying not to walk the bases loaded and walk in a run. Here's a pitch. And hit it to right field. Well struck. Charlie Blackmon going back. It is over his head and bounces up against the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Here comes a throw home, and the third runner will go back to third base. Puig into second. They had a 2-run home run last time. 2-run double this time. 13-9 Cincinnati. Well,
in this ballpark, walks and full counts are going to get you. And that was Jake's case tonight.
And that's it for Jake McGee. It is a tough night for Rockies pitchers. We'll go to the bullpen and get Carlos Estevez. So another pitching change here. And Irvin has swung a hot bat. He's got 4 hits tonight. 2 singles, a triple, and a double. Rockies infield is pulled in. 20 hits now for the Reds tonight. Estevez with a pitch, and a fastball's high and ball 1. Plenty of velocity on that first offering, 97 miles an hour. Suarez at third, and Puig resides at second base. The pitch, and again it missed. 2 balls, no strikes. So here for the Rockies, 4th man for the bullpen. Freeland giving the team just 4 innings, giving up 9 hits and 5 earned runs. Pitch fouled away this time. Irvin with a big swing. Strike 1, so 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 runs in the second inning for the Reds, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 5 in the 6th inning. They have 3 across here in the 7th. The pitch, and that's there for a strike with a slider. Rockies led this game 4-0. They came from behind last night, looking to do it tonight. Let me different style, a little more of a deficit they got to make up. Got to get through this inning first. Estevez steps off the rubber, and Ineta will go through signs again. Ready is Carlos Estevez with a pitch, and check swing foul, the backstop. A little late with a swing on the fastball, but he got a piece of it. Count holding at 2-2. Rain delay of 3 hours and 8 minutes before we got going, and 13-9 in the 7th inning. Here's a pitch. And fouled it away again. To the right just a little bit. The backstop on a slider. Good job by Phillip Ervin, who we have seen in this series, especially tonight, got a really quick bat. It's tough to throw a fastball by this guy. An infield single, then a triple, then a double, another single. He's looking for his 5th hit tonight. Here's a pitch. And a ground ball up the middle. That's into center field. That will score 2 more. He has his 5th hit. It's 15-9 Reds.
Well, you bring the infield in because you have to. That's a ball in normal circumstances Trevor Story gets to, but pulled in, can't get back. And it's back-to-back 5-run innings for the Reds.
And Michael Lorenzen is going ahead and hit here. He's a very good hitter as pitchers go, especially. 2 for 9 this year at the plate with an RBI. He's a dangerous hitter. You got to be careful with him. 1 out, runner at first base. 21 hits now for Cincinnati. Here's a pitch to Lorenzen, and he swings and fouls that away. Strike 1 on him. So Phillip Ervin with a career-high 5-hit night. That's now 3 singles, a double, and a triple. And he has knocked in 3. Next pitch, nothing to throw to first base and get Phillip Ervin back to the bag. Lorenzen swings the bat right-handed like he throws. Carlos Estevez from the stretch, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A little late with that swing. 85-mile-an-hour slider. He got a piece of it. It was foul tipped, held on by Chris Iannetta. Carlos Estevez set, just picks up that left foot, puts it back down, but time given to the hitter at the plate, Lorenzen. Rockies pitching with huge splits home and road. They have the 3rd best ERA in the National League on the road, by far the highest at home, and tonight won't help. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He got him with that slider away. Second out in the inning. Here's the number 9 hitter in the inning coming up. Jose Peraza, runner at first base and 2 outs. Peraza with 3 hits. He has 2 singles and a triple. He has scored twice. The pitch. And missed outside just slightly. Could have been called a strike right on the border with that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. 15 runs on 21 hits for the Reds. Irvin, good lead at first. 1-0 pitch. There he goes. The pitch is outside. Dropped by Chris Iannetta. Fumbled the ball and just grabbed it in the air and no throw to second base. Irvin's got himself a stolen base. Another runner in scoring position for the Reds.
A little bit of a surprise with a 6-run lead, but the way games have been played here, probably just as well to try and steal it if you can.
2-0 the count on the hitter Peraza. And Chris Iannetta out from behind the plate is going to go and talk to his pitcher. Tomorrow afternoon, game 3 of the series. Antonio Senzatella will get the ball for the Rockies. Tyler Mahle will pitch for the Reds. That is a 1:10 local start. We'll begin our pregame coverage with Rockies Q&A. It's already at noon. Rockies on deck at 12:30 tomorrow. It'll be a short night for these teams to bounce back for tomorrow afternoon's game. Iannetta back behind the plate. Count of 2 balls, no strikes on the hitter. The pitch. And fouled away off to the right. Count is 2 balls and a strike. The Reds trying to win their 18th road game. They have a winning record at home at 24-21, but 17-26 away from home. Leading 15-9 here in the top of the 7th. Pitched by Estevez. And missed outside with that slider, so 3-1. Casale waiting on deck, has a chance to hit again. He hit a home run in this inning. Got it going with a solo shot to left. 3-1 pitch. And that's popped up foul. It's out of play on 3-1. Threw him an off-speed pitch. And now a 3-2 count on Peraza. Three balls, 2 strikes on the hitter. Runner at second base. 2 outs. Estevez, glove right below the belt. Here's the pitch. And fouled away again off to the right side. It's out of play. Again, threw him a slider on 3-2. In the inning, a home run, a walk, a double, another walk, a 2-run double, a single. The outs have been a ground out and a strikeout. Another 3-2 pitch. Fouled to the screen. That time a fastball, but he got a piece of it. That hit 99 miles an hour on the radar. Tough out here is Jose Peraza. Another Red looking for his 4th hit tonight. 1 out he made was a fielder's choice. 3-2 pitch again. Swing and a miss. Got him that time. Inning finally comes to an end. 5 more scored by the Reds in the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Cooney Lexus of Greenwood Village. Your home run Lexus.
We're up 15-9 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Another pitching change. Left-hander Wandy Peralta, coming off the disabled list, is making his 29th appearance. Peralta is 0-1 with a 5.96 earned run average.
Veteran left-hander will start with a left-handed hitter in Daniel Murphy. 3 more hits for Murphy tonight. And the pitch to Murphy. He is in there for strike one. A double, a single, and a home run for Daniel Murphy. Home run is second in 2 games and his second one at Coors Field this year. 9 overall and 47 RBIs for Murphy. Here's a pitch to Daniel, and it's outside and low. They count 1 ball and 1 strike. For the Rockies, 9 runs on 14 hits. You'd think that might be enough, but opposition 15 runs on 21 hits. Shift is on in the infield for the Reds. Peralta working from the stretch, and his pitch to Murphy. And he taps that one foul. It's toward the backstop and grabbed by Tapia in the on-deck circle. Peralta from the Dominican. He is now 27 years of age. His 4th season with the Reds. And all of his appearances from the bullpen. 167 now. Pitch to Murphy, high and tight that almost hit him. It's a count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Last year, 59 appearances. Year before, 69 for the Reds. For Peralta, has been a workhorse. Always works from the stretch. 2-2 pitch to Murphy. And he reaches out and spoils a good pitch, hit it foul down the left side. Murphy, Tapia, and McMahon, so 3 left-handed hitters against the left-handed reliever. 2-2 pitch, and it's in the dirt. Full count with Daniel Murphy. He's looking to reignite some offense and try to make up some of this deficit. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Wandy Peralta has his sign, and time given to the catcher this time, Casale. Peralta's got the sign he likes. Left-hander with a 3-2 pitch. And popped up, foul ball out of play over the dugout, left field, left side. This is on the aisle and almost back on the field before a fan catches that. Count remains at 3-2 on Murphy. Peralta ready with the next offering. Here's the pitch, and it's outside, ball 4. Murphy draws that leadoff walk. On base now 4 times tonight as Murphy.
And you know what happens with leadoff walks.
Here's Raimel Tapia. He has a walk tonight. Murphy hit a home run in the 5th inning, and Tapia came back after that with a walk. He's been on base twice, had a RBI single in that 4-run first inning for the Rockies. Peralta with a pitch. Tapia will take that for strike 1. Caught the inside edge. 86-mile-an-hour slider by Wandy Peralta. Pretty good gap in right center for Tapia, and then the right fielder Puig is way over towards center. Pitch is a tapper towards second base. Charging second baseman Dietrich. He's got a quick flip to first base, is in time for the out. And Murphy's down to second base. Good pitch there by Wandy Peralta, out number 1 in the 7th inning. Ryan McMahon is next, another left-handed hitter. Mound visit here. Casale jogged out to the mound to talk to Wandy Peralta. Ryan McMahon with a single. He's also hit into a double play and got another single after that, and an infield single in the 5th inning. So a couple of hits for him, 14 total for the Rockies tonight. Pitch to McMahon. Swing and a miss. And a pitch that was elevated a little bit, and he swung right through it. Peralta set with the next pitch. Swing and a miss with a pitch in the dirt as McMahon chased a slider. No balls and 2 strikes. Ryan Shaw working in the Rockies bullpen. Inez is on deck. The pitcher spot is after that. 1 away with Murphy at second. Pitch to McMahon. And It's in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher. Casale. Got 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ryan McMahon. Same alignment for McMahon as Tapia in the outfield for the Reds. Got Puig way over towards center. And the center fielder is Senzel way over toward left. Pitch to McMahon. And it's inside with a fastball. Gets it evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. McMahon with his 2 hits at .257 now for the year. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider. Figured that was coming and away against a young left-handed hitter. 2 outs, and Chris Iannetta coming up to the plate. Let's pause for 10 seconds. Station identification time on the KOA Rockies Radio Network. (15-9). The Rockies are trailing in the bottom of the 7th inning. Man at second base, 2 outs. Chris Iannetta, the hitter. Wandy Peralta with a pitch and a ground ball foul up that third base side. Strike 1 on Iannetta. Chris is 0 for 3. Last time he was up there, hit a ball deep to left field that flirted with being a home run, but it was caught by the left fielder Irvin. Fielder's choice and a strikeout before that. So 14 Rockies hits. Iannetta looking for his first. Here's a pitch, and it's outside. Gets a count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the outfield pretty much straight away for Chris Iannetta. Wandy Peralta, the 4th man from the bullpen for the Reds tonight. 1-1 to Iannetta. Chris will hit that right to the first baseman. Down to a knee is Votto. He'll step on the bag ahead of Iannetta. Get that out.
Carlos Estevez, who got the final outs in last inning, will come on here again in the 8th and get Kurt Casale, Derek Dietrich, and Nick Senzel. Casale had a home run last time up. He's also got a single and 3 RBIs. Taps it towards the mound, and Estevez grabs it to the first base side and just ran to the bag himself to take care of Casale. This 8th inning presented by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Derek Dietrich, 3-run homer back in the 6th inning. Put the Reds into the lead. Rounded out his last time up, takes a strike from Estevez. Next pitch misses, 1-1. First time in Reds history that they have had 5 triples and 3 homers in the same game. Pitch, good breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-2. Back-to-back 5-run innings for the Reds to break this one open their way. Dietrich pops it up on the infield. Ryan McMahon, the second baseman, still on the infield dirt, makes the play. 2 outs here in the Reds' 8th. A lot of them, most of them, because of the 3-hour, 8-minute rain delay, and then the length of this game have departed. But at one point, there were 43,650 fans here. And for those that have remained, they're seeing offense aplenty. Nick Senzel takes ball 1 inside. Senzel has 4 hits and a walk tonight. 2 triples, a double, a single. And that fastball could have been called a strike, deemed low, 2-0. Swing and a high fly ball to right center field. Blackman coming in and over. Charlie's got it. And Carlos Estevez with a quick top of the eighth. Bottom of the eighth inning, Wandy Peralta, who worked the seventh, will start the eighth, and he'll get Mark Reynolds as a pinch hitter. Mark at 168 on the year, 4 homers, 20 RBIs, 2 for 36 as a pinch hitter with a homer and 3 ribbies. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter, and the first pitch is outside. Peralta allowed a walk in the 7th, swing and a miss. Fastball, two-seamer down and away from Reynolds. Pitch low, skips away from Casale, the catcher. 2 balls and a strike. Roark, Hughes, Hernandez, Lorenzen, and Peralta have all worked tonight from the mound for Cincinnati. Breaking ball drops in there for a strike, 2-2. And at the pace we're going, in about 12 hours, they'll play game 3. Reynolds swings and skies it to right, a little off balance. Puig circling around, makes the catch, backpedaling for the first out. Chevy Sports Desk scoreboard brought to us by your Colorado Chevy dealers. Chevy, made for Colorado. 5 of the 6 division leaders all won. The only one who didn't, the Yankees, fell to the Blue Jays 2-1 in New York this afternoon, and they were so surprised and upset by it, power went out in Manhattan. Charlie Blackman, 2 singles, an RBI, and a run scored tonight for Charlie. Starting a new streak in home games, getting hits and getting on base. And Peralta gets a strike on the inside part of the plate, 1-1. Minnesota beat Cleveland again in Cleveland. They now lead by 7.5 in the Central. Look out, Charlie, in tight, 2 balls and a strike. Houston edged Texas 7-6. They lead the AL West. The Cubs beat the Pirates 10-4. They're the NL Central leaders. Atlanta, in 10 innings, beat the Padres 7-5. Breaking pitch in there again for a strike, 2-2. And the Dodgers stopped a 4-game losing streak as they clobbered Boston 11-2. Pitch low, full count on Charlie. Blackman, Dahl, and McMahon all have 2 hits. Murphy has 3. And strike 3 called on a borderline pitch down as Peralta gets his 2nd strikeout. Trevor Story, long home run to left field back in the 5th inning. 1 for 4 on the night for Trev. 15-9 Reds, 2 outs here in the 8th. And Trevor hits it to center field, going back Senzel to the warning track at the wall, makes the catch right up against the wall. We go to the 9th, 15-9. And it's right there, strike 1. Stay with us after the game for the Clubhouse Show, brought to us by Ram Trucks. The 0-1, inside and low. And that pitch also low, 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Good cutter that time by Brian. Two. Strike three called. That was a 3-hour and 30-minute game on top of a 3-hour rain delay. Strike three call, and Joey Votto still talking to James Hoy.
Joey Votto is got a little history of this, arguing with umpires at balls and strikes, and just been thrown out of the game. Shows the competitive nature of Joey Votto. His team's up 15-9, yet he's arguing balls and strikes in the top of the ninth inning.
Eugenio Suarez tried to get between the two, but since he didn't put his hand over Joey's mouth, that would have been the only way to keep him from being tossed, I think. David Bell discussing it now with James Hoy. Eric Cooper, the crew chief, standing by. And the discussion still goes on. By law, we must tell you that this is a copyrighted broadcast presented by the authority of the Colorado Rockies. It may not be reproduced in any form without the express written consent of the Colorado Rockies. And speaking of legal, the Berg Simpson law firm's on your side. Berg Simpson, good lawyers changing lives. So the Reds will need another first baseman for the bottom of the ninth. Suarez, a triple and a walk, and 2 runs scored tonight, 1 for 4 after striking out his first 3 times up. Takes ball 1 from Brian Shaw. And that pitch missed, 2-0. Rockies will have Dahl, Arenado, and Murphy in the bottom of the ninth, and the Reds have activity in their pen. Way outside, 3-0 on Suarez. Shaw's pitch is low, ball 4.
Robert Stevenson is a right-hander warming up in that Reds bullpen.
Yasiel Puig's had a good night. 2-run homer in the 6th, 2-run double in the 7th. He's also singled and flied out to deep right and deep center. Rockies kept him quiet last night. Way outside, Shaw missing with that cutter. not holding Suarez on. But as yet, showing no inclination of going. Puig fouls it to the right. One pitch is fouled out of play to the right. It is homer off Jairo Diaz back in the 6th inning. Sure, ready for the 1-2. Outside, low as well, 2-2. Two. Hit sharply and off McMahon's diving attempt off his glove into right field, and Puig has another hit. 4 hits on the night for Puig.
What a great season, and what a night. Really, what a series he's had these 2 games. And using the whole field there, hit a ball hard the other way. Ryan McMahon, I'm watching him when that ball came off the bat. He took a step the opposite direction. I got fooled by that swing a little bit. Otherwise, that might have been a double play.
You got leather on it, but couldn't slow it down. Here's Phillip Ervin. He has a career-high 5-hit night. 3 singles, a double, and a triple. In limited duty, but he's raised his batting average 65 points tonight. Swing and a miss. Yeah, came into the game 14 for 50. Now 19 for 55. 2 on, 1 out. 59 Reds here in the 9th. Pitch outside, 1-1. For all you late night people out on the road, drive safely. Probably listening to us to find some kind of sporting activity. And here we are at 12:52 Mountain Time, still carrying on a baseball game. Foul to the right by Ervin, 1-2. Check on the runner at second. The pitch, low. Two. Line by Arenado into left. Runners will advance 1 base, and Phillip Ervin is 6 for 6 tonight.
And he hasn't had any cheap hits either. He's hitting the ball hard and using the whole field. Ball, little cutter. He just went down and got it. Just a pretty good piece of hitting. Not a bad location, really, for Ryan Shaw. Last 2 hitters, though, Puig and Ervin, have really squared the ball up.
And Kyle Farmer will bat for the pitcher. And I'm sure he's going to stay in the game, either playing first base or catching with Votto removed. Swing and a miss by Farmer. One-time Dodger, 229 on the year, 6 homers, 20 RBIs. The 0-1 is fouled out of play.
Always interesting how this game of baseball can turn so quickly. Last night, Iro Diaz and Wade Davis, terrific from the bullpen tonight. Bettis and Diaz, McGee and Estevez all have struggled. Now Brian Shaw with the bases loaded, 1 out.
Oh-2 pitch. Hit to right field, shallow. Blackman coming in, makes the catch, and the runners are going to hold. Good pitch there by Brian Shaw to get the second out and keep the Reds from adding on. Now Peraza, he has a 3-hit night going. 3 for 5, couple of runs scored and a run batted in. Warren Miller telling us from Rob Butcher of the Reds media staff that Irvin ties a Reds franchise record, 4th time that a player's had 6 hits in one game. Peraza fouls a pitch off to the right, 0-1. You think he'll be in the lineup tomorrow?
I would think so. It's quite a performance, quite a eye-opening performance by that young man. And a lot of talent, number 1 pick.
Peraza hits it right side by Daniel Murphy's attempt. That's going to score a couple of runs. Peraza has a 4-hit night. 2 more RBIs for him. And the Reds lead it 17-9.
Now, not saying that balls haven't been hard hit, they have by the Reds, but that one was not. And it's like a couple other ones we've seen tonight. That was a broken bat off the end of his bat. Murphy just couldn't get there in time. Not a bad pitch again by Brian Shaw, but it is a 2-run single.
Kurt Casale, 2 hits and 3 RBIs, the catcher. And takes strike 1. 12 runs scored off the Rockies bullpen tonight. Foul to the screen, and it's 0-2.
Bud Black will have some work to do with the bullpen the next couple of days, and that there's a doubleheader coming up on Monday, and used a lot of the arms of the pen tonight.
You get to add a 26th man. That'll probably be Chichi Gonzalez to start Game 2 of the doubleheader.
Not working tonight, Jesus Tinoco, Scott Oberg, and Wade Davis.
1-2, the count on Casale. Swing and a miss, got him. That ends the inning. 17-9 Reds, middle of 9 on the KOA Rockies radio network.
To change as well. Derek Dietrich has moved from second base to first base, and Kyle Farmer stayed in the ballgame. He's going to play second base in this bottom of the 9th inning. Robert Stevenson comes on, a young right-hander that throws hard. He's been part of a solid bullpen this year for the Reds. He's 2-1. This will be his 28th appearance. His ERA is 3.9, 32 in the 3rd innings, and 44 strikeouts. So he's got plenty of those. 14 walks is probably more than he would like, but the opposition hitting just 190 against his hard-throwing young right-hander.
He'll get Dole, Arenado, and Murphy. David, single, double, and 2 RBIs on a 2-for-4 night. Stevenson's first pitch is in there for a strike. Started him off with a slider. He bounced that one to home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's pause for station identification on the KOA Rockies radio network. One in the dirt again. Two one. He is in there for a strike. Two fouled at the plate. In 12 hours, we'll do this again. Game 3 of the series. Senzatella and Molly. Two. David hits it to center field, but room for Senzel. Just shy of the track, he puts it away. After David Hernandez, Hughes, Lorenzen, Peralta, and now Stevenson have shut down the Rockies. Rockies have just one base runner against that group. A leadoff walk by Daniel Murphy in the 7th inning. Nolan 2 for 4, a homer in his single, and he gets hit by a pitch. Caught him up, it looked like on the left shoulder area. Right up on the biceps, triceps area.
Just couldn't quite get out of the way. He's okay. He's going to take his time getting down to first base, but getting out of the way, spinning a little bit, maybe grazed him more than hit him flush. So that's good news on that front.
Yeah, it grazed him and then hit his bat. David Bell coming out to say, did it hit him? And James Hoy's going to ask Eric Cooper, the crew chief down at third.
To tell in the replays that I was watching exactly what happened there. After Nolan got hit, it looked like in the arm. Now I'm going to take a look at this thing now.
Of course they are.
Umpires are going to take a look at this. Let's take a quick look at the replay. It didn't hit his front arm. Maybe it just got that bat, and I think that's exactly what the Reds are saying. Jack was right. It hit his bat, but I thought maybe it grazed his left arm first. If it didn't, Nolan certainly acted the part because he staggered back and took his time getting down to first base. The umpires, of course, need to get this right, even though it's late on a rain delay of 3+ hours and a long game anyway. They got to get the play right. And here's, I think, our decision coming up. Well, maybe not. A little head fake there by the umpire. Meantime, they'll let the pitcher, Stevenson, continue to throw to warm up.
And that umpire review committee, it's 3 o'clock in the morning in New Jersey.
That's right. What you hope tomorrow is the Rockies come back and maybe the Reds get all these hits out of their system tonight and you get a chance to win the series tomorrow behind Antonio Senzatella. So I know a rough night tonight with the weather delay and the pitching that has been a little rough for the Rockies, but there's another day tomorrow and it'll come quickly. Like Jack said, it's 12 hours away now.
Yeah, and they say it's a foul ball, so the call gets overturned. I think Nolan knew it.
Yep.
So I shot him in the dugout, putting his shin guard back on and batting gloves. So it's a 1-strike count on Nolan. Stevenson delivers, and Nolan grounds it outside third foul, 0-2. Nolan sends this into shallow right center. Puig got a late jump, but he's going to get there and make the catch. Well, we can talk about what the baseball is like, but and not that it doesn't ebb and flow in a season, but you've got this game. The Cubs were in double digits. Tampa Bay was, the Dodgers were, Oakland was, and the Angels scored 9 times. Awful lot of offense. Ball 1 to Daniel Murphy. Single, double, homer, and a walk tonight. 2 outs in the 9th. Rockies down by 8. Stevenson's pitch is low, 2-0.
And here's a bright spot for the Rockies tonight. There are plenty of those offensively for the Rockies. Got 9 runs on 14 hits, but Murphy's really swung the bat well.
And missed again, did Stevenson, 3-0.
Great game last night, and the same way tonight for Daniel Murphy.
The pitch taking all the way. It's in for a strike.
Tyler Malley tomorrow for the Reds. So, you know, they'll have these, well, good guess anyway, a lot of left-handed bats back in that lineup, including Murphy.
Three-one. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. Full count. And Murphy will single up the middle and keep the game alive. Daniel with his 4th hit on the night.
Murphy in the series 6 for 7. 6 for 7 with a walk in the series.
Raimel Tapia, an RBI single on a walk, 1 for 3 in total. That was hit number 15 for the Rockies. Tapia swings and misses at the off-speed pitch. And bangs that one foul, and he's down to his last strike.
We've been talking about some records tonight. There's a chance for another one to be set tomorrow. The most coffee drank between the two clubhouses.
Amen to that. Probably a few energy drinks, too. Swing and a miss, and that's the game. Reds even the series, 17-9, the final. Back to Coors Field in a moment on the KOA Rockies Radio Network.